streaming. Sure, go. There we go. We're live. Hi, everybody. Oh, I hate it when the chat doesn't show up in here. It's like a ghost furnace.
Don't worry about me, I got a sweatshirt.
You guys, we're live, so.
Hello, hello, everyone.
There you go.
Woot.
We just rely on you, Coach, to drive us here.
Oh,
You're driving the
well.
bus.
I'm not hosting today, so you got to do the intro.
You are hosting.
I'm not hosting. Nobody. I didn't sign up for that.
You guys are
You want me to host?
Commentating.
I'm commentating.
Commentating, that's right.
You want me to intro?
Sure, go for it.
All right. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Wolfnet, where tonight we play a 350 format game. One of us is your host. I don't think it's me. I am Sean Diablo Goolsby. With us tonight, we've got Coach.
Hi.
And Matt the Northman.
Woohoo! Good night, everyone. But not good night. Don't go away yet. Stay here.
Don't tell
It will be a good night. We're going to start rolling some dice here in a few minutes. I have heard at some point in time that maybe Mr. Tom Dire Situation Bovee might be coming on. He's the one that kind of wrote me into coming on tonight. So I kind of, it might have been the bait and switch maneuver here, but I guess we'll see. Coach, you want to tell us what you guys are playing and who is playing?
We're playing, it's myself and Tommy Silent Sea Raven Kruger.
Booyah.
We are playing Overrun tonight.
Hey, that's a good one.
Brought to you proudly by our Patreon members. If you become a Patreon member of the Wolfnet Radio, you can influence which scenario is played on Thursday nights. So, sign up for the Patreon.
Insert Patreon website here.
I feel like I want to do that.
Where's pretty boy Matt tonight?
He's got a date.
Oh, he made better choices than the rest of us, that's for sure.
He's getting those brownie points.
We'll go with that.
Okay, so you guys are setting up some terrain, looks like. This is the Overrun scenario. This is one that actually I helped directly design. This one's my baby. Andrew and I kind of were workshopping a few different options because we wanted some more, well, this is the Imperial the Wolfnet boys wanted some more scenarios to add to their Classic 5. And there was a couple of proposals, and this is the one that I had proposed, kind of with Andrew's help. We were kind of hashing out some options at the friendly local game store here in Minneapolis. And Overrun is the scenario where... Oh, go ahead, what?
Yeah, I was about to say, so how did you guys land on 4 zones?
Ha! Well,
4 points.
I am not going to claim myself as a game designer by any stretch of the imagination, but one thing that I do know about game design principles is that you need to give your players interesting choices. Interesting and engaging choices to make throughout the course of a game. And we were looking at, kind of the big theme that you do with all the different Alpha Strike 350 format scenarios is, there's only so much you can score and make empirical, So there's the area control options, there's the points destroyed options, and or then there's capture the flag, So it's kind of like still kind of objective. Go here, do this type of a scenario, but kind of along the same veins of area control, like with domination. or King of the Hill. This one kind of ran with that general mechanism and just switch it up so that literally every corner of the map ended up being an important place to be and give you important choices to make.
Instead of just where the objective zones are.
Correct. Yeah. So it just makes it a little bit more loosey-goosey and free form throughout the whole map.
Yeah, I like it. It definitely, there's the only reason you're going to stay back is to contest your home zone. Otherwise, everything else just pushes you outward. So I like that. Correct.
And actually, that's kind of one of the things that I liked most about this scenario was that, because just to kind of speak the rules through again, well, he's actually got the rules up right there. There's you're going to have to imagine the zones A, B, and then the home zone on each side, and the map is divided up in 4 equal spaces from your side to your opponent's side. And you score points based on who controls the zone. And zones are controlled by not number of units, but by total weight of units, meaning assaults have, 4, contribute 4 strength to controlling the zone. Heavies control 3, mediums control 2, and lights and infantry and, protomechs, they all contribute 1.
Yeah.
The 2 center zones are worth 1 objective point at the end of the game. And your opponent's zone is worth 2 at the end of the game. But you cannot score any for your own side. But you can try to prevent your opponent from scoring those 2 points.
True.
I forget what the question is, but I know I had to explain the rules first.
yeah, that's a perfect explanation. And contesting depends on the size class as well, or is that just one unit can contest anything?
I'll move 2.
Well, yeah, every unit contests, but they contribute their size class to the contesting of a zone. So this is one of the scenarios. There's a few of them where you can have an instant win scenario, kind of like domination, where if you at any point in time during the game sneak in 4 objectives at the end of a round, game over and you win instantly.
Yeah.
This one's no different. So if you at any point in time have all 4 points worth, so you got your opponent's zone and both of the center zones, if you have that sneaky, game over.
Yeah, I think
with
one of the things I really like about this one is the kind of sneakiness of having units right on the line and they can contribute to one zone or another. I think that's an interesting aspect to it.
Sure, yeah. And that's one of the little minutiae you got to watch out for sure. But honestly, I think this scenario specifically was far more difficult before they limited the number of units you could take in any scenario to 10. Because I will tell you this, one time I did play this with like 14 units, and I had so many little bitty guys that all those size 1 units actually outweighed, assaults and heavies, and I was able to sneak a win with just a whole bunch of little guys when my opponent wasn't expecting it. So honestly, I think limiting it to 10 units is actually better.
Pass the line there, buddy.
Because it does keep you from being able to do a little weenie horde cheese like I did.
Yeah.
Luckily, that was not at a tournament. That was just kind of a casual game, so it was all in good fun.
You would never do that to someone at a tournament.
Never. I'm always an honorable warrior.
Well, it looks like their deployment's pretty interesting here. It looks like if they are deploying already, then we've got a whole lineup of the old Hell's Horses over there on one edge. We
are deployed. So I'm gonna...
Gorgeous.
I'm gonna quiet you guys for us. And we'll probably start. Sean, you just hit me up on Messenger or something if you need something done. I got my hand.
Will do. Hey, just before we get to the first round of firing, Let me just clarify with this new little trick that you're pulling. Is the red poker chip is who is firing, and the blue poker chip is who is the target? Is that correct?
So I'm blue, Tommy's red, and we'll place our poker chip next to the mech that is firing. So depending on who's firing first, you'll hear who lost initiative or won initiative. But we'll place poker chips next to the mechs that are either getting attacked or attacking, and then I'll have the attack screen up.
Are you always blue and I'm always red?
I'm always blue, you're always red.
Hey, could I make one request?
Sure.
Just to simplify it for us, since we still don't have like in-person view, could you just make whoever is shooting be red?
Oh, yeah, we can do that.
Yeah, whoever's turn it is, just make whoever is shooting be red, and that will make it much simpler for us.
Okay, so whoever's shooting will be red, because I'll be keeping damage as well. So you'll see the damage screen and everything when we get to firing. So
I love it. Yep, that will make it easy for us. And for those of you watching, the red poker chip will represent, or be next to whoever is shooting, because lasers. And whoever is being receiving end of the lasers is going to be blue, because sadness.
All right, we'll do our intro
perfect sense.
here. So we'll go right into that.
You bet.
All units proceed to your post assignment. All units proceed to your post assignment.
God, I love that thing.
That is pretty cool.
All right.
Yeah,
I'm
agreed.
gonna soften you guys a bit. Just let me know if you need or scream. Maybe we'll hear you too. But okay, those dice have not been working.
I will message you on Messenger.
Oh my God! Oh no!
All right. Matt, are you able to monitor the chat on YouTube? Because I am not currently set up to be able to do that.
Yeah, I'll jump between, so I'll poke I'll look at the YouTube
I
chat
cannot believe I
here
rolled freaking
now and again.
2.
Thank you, sir. I would like to
Probably
recognize that
suck.
everybody bait and
only
switched
rolled
me
one
tonight. I was not planning on
I rolled a 5.
hosting or running this. It was all a grand conspiracy.
That's right. That's right. We knew we could do it as long as you were tricked into it.
Oh, man. Okay, well, I will do it, and I will try not to whine about it. Let me pull up the lists that we are... the combatant lists, so we can kind of talk about what they got running.
Yeah.
So, Coach is on the left or the right of the screen?
Right.
He's
Yeah.
on the right of the screen. Okay, so the blue units, bluish green units, Coach, who is playing some Wolf Dragoons. He is running a Warhammer 2CB at 63 points, skill 2. He's running a Man of War P. I guess if I'm going to be a clanner, I better call it the Gargoyle P. Also at skill 2 at 58 points. So those are two pretty high-moving assault mechs with a movement of 10 inches. He's running an Ice Ferret L at skill 3, 37 points. A Mongrel F at skill 3, 41 points. And when I say points, I mean PV, of course. Ryokan F, Stormcrow F, skill 3 at 44 points. And then he has taken the offboard artillery support. I'm not too familiar with these guys. It's the single damage, 7 to hit, 2-inch template unit for 6 PV, the Thumper, for offboard artillery. Certainly a fast list. Not the most heavy hitting. The most high damage he has is from the Warhammer 2C. 4 damage at medium range.
Yeah, looking like heat and mobility, I think, on this list here. Some damage,
Yep.
but not too much.
Yep. Yeah, well, for Overrun, you don't necessarily need to destroy anything.
Yeah.
But yeah, those assault mechs certainly will help do a little area control. And that speed is certainly going to get them from point A to point B pretty decently. The Ice Ferret moves 16 inches. We'll get them across the board pretty good. You ever run any gargoyles yourself? Are you a clanner or are you an intersphere?
I generally play Intersphere, but I've played Clan as well.
Okay.
I like the Gargoyle C, actually.
Yeah. Any of the
'cause-
gargoyles, they are all fantastic.
Yeah, I
love
like the assault, and for a lot of the Wolfnet, you need some size in things, and just their mobility for the low cost, especially that C, is really great.
I'm going to text Coach real quick and tell him to start his timer. See, if I were running the show, the timer would be running. So I can tease him here.
I think last week it started about 50 minutes in, so
The timer started?
Yeah.
50 minutes in? Nice. Okay, so Mr. Silent Sea Raven. Okay, so if Coach is on the right, then it means he's got his labels switched. So yeah, Silent Sea Raven. See, another error that I wouldn't have made, but who's judging? Who's judging? They didn't ask me to host, so perfection is not going to be had tonight. That's okay. That's okay. Anyways, Mr. Silent Sea Raven is running a heavy hitting Hell's Horses unit. He has got a Turkina B, oof da, as we say in Minnesota. Skill 3 at 70 PV. This is a monster, as all Turkinas are. He's running a 2 Enyo strike tanks, the Sholef model, LBX Sholef model at 43 points each. Oh, I'm sorry, I lied. One of them skill 3 at 43 points, one of them skill 4 at 36 points. That's a fast-moving medium tank there. He's got an Oro heavy tank. Skill 3, just the standard model. Skill 3 at 31 PV. Viper F, skill 4 at 38 PV. And then the best of them all, the Epona Pursuit Tank E, skill 4 at 29. If you're not running the E, you're doing it wrong. That's my humble opinion.
Why would you ever see anything else on the board?
I don't know. There might be some hedge cases if you're going up only against mechs that you would want to take the Epona Prime. But man, that Epona E, that is a tank hunter and an infantry hunter of high caliber.
Yeah. It looks like we're going for some damage avoidance here on the first round.
Yeah, taking some cover, doing some sprinting, looks like.
Yeah.
How much long range does that guy have?
Gargoyle has 3 long range. Heat 222.
I think that's his only long range.
Yeah,
2.
it'll be interesting to see how the heat kind of works with, how it decreases your movement in this particular scenario. So mobility might go down because of heat.
Well, I long ago, it was Rumble on the River. It was the first Rumble on the River, and I took a heat-centric list, and did not perform as great as I was hoping it would. It didn't really have as great of an effect on mechs as I was wanting it to.
Mm-hmm.
But against tanks and infantry, it is golden.
Yeah, that's where I see Coach's list kind of outperforming what he's paid for it against Tommy's list because of all the vehicle-heavy Hell's Horses.
Oh, sure. Oh, he did take a good amount of heat. Holy smokes, yeah, look at that. He's going to be just making those tanks wither. He took, almost exclusively a heat list. He did take a heat list. Holy smokes.
Both have.
I didn't even notice that.
Heat. Yeah, both lists. And that's the thing of this, it's not the heat at just short and medium, it's the heat at long as well, so it's across the board.
Right. Yeah, that'll be fun. Wonder if they spoke those lists out intentionally, or this is just a happy coincidence.
Well, when we did, we had the Off-Strike 350 tournament at LVO. The winner, Greg W., who I think is watching tonight, he had a heat-centric list, and it did really well. So I think a lot of people are kind of trying it out.
Must have done it better than I did.
It worked
Yeah, my
well
list
against his
didn't
opponents.
perform too well. Yeah. Well, that was also a long time ago. That was even in the days where we weren't limiting faction and era for tournaments. So it was just the Wild West.
No, to your left. Or to your right.
So I might want to try a heat-centric list again. You know, now that we got those restrictions, you can't just cherry pick everywhere.
That is true.
Boo.
So you went to LVO?
Yeah, I helped organize and attended LVO, and it was really fun. It was a blast.
Nice.
3 weeks ago now. So
Give him
yeah,
one
it
last
was a lot of fun.
look at where
Nice.
everything is.
Nice. I went to the first one. I'm really good at getting to the first of everything, but my follow-up isn't so great. I was at the first LVO, and I played against Mario for the championship, and I lost by a very, very, very short margin. But it was a gentleman's game to the max, and I have no regrets.
I remember your round was King of the Hill, right?
It sure was.
Yeah.
I've got 3.
How well did you do at LVO?
Because I jumped.
Well, I was just running
6,
events.
7, 8, 9s.
So
3,
I did well. I
4,
got to
5,
play in
6,
some of the
7, 8,
classic
9s.
Battletech events,
I got
and just had a fun time. But it went really well.
Medium, but I have 2 heat. So.
Excellent. Well, looks like we got. What am I seeing? The Grendel?
Orange is going to be the damage, or green will be. The
Or that must be the Gargoyle shooting at an Ennio. I'm thinking.
6, 7, 8, 9s. Missed.
Nope, that's only 2. He's only shooting 2. That must be the Grendel.
And he sprinted, so he can't fire.
Gotta say, the stream is not coming through terribly clear for me, so I don't have a lot of the details.
No shots.
Yeah,
We'll start from
kind of wavering in quality.
here.
Going to my Grendel.
We'll have to use our imaginations.
NU. It's the left NU, so let's go 4.
Oh, and he was shooting at the
5,
Grendel now.
6, 10s.
Tans the hit.
Look at this beautiful schematic he's got
So
Yeah.
to track damage. I'm jealous. I tried doing something like this.
Look at you
But,
and your like,
he's doing it
full
better.
set of Charlie Company and frickin' Valhalla. This is bull. Oh, bullshit on this, Matt. He's got the gold, the green,
Valhallas.
the silver. The
Weighted
silver
dice, no
and
doubt.
Copper, and he's got the special Mikey dice.
You got special mic dice. Woo!
Well, I'm going to use the mic.
How do you get the
dice. I'm
special
gonna
mic
use
dice?
Crap!
There's
I'm
only
gonna use the
there's only
red
6
for the
pairs
dice.
for each host, so
Alright.
it's pretty limited.
So
Tens?
Okay.
4, 5, 6, 10s.
But how does one earn a mic dice?
Damn it.
Be
2?
nice to Mike. I don't know.
One of them's
I think
heat.
he's only handed out the Tommy pair so far. So
Okay.
Yeah. Mikey dice hit.
Shit.
I've looked into ordering and designing some custom dice. They ain't cheap.
No heat.
yeah,
right?
you gotta
One
get
heat.
them in a good
One of the
bulk
heat
helps.
Yeah.
Oh, the first heat hit.
Grendel took 2 damage and 1 heat.
Who else is gonna shoot at him? Oh.
Fuck, right?
Oh, really? Yeah, fuck.
Okay, so the way that Coach
Alright,
tracks
so give me the
damage
Grendel.
bothers me. It's supposed to go from
Tell
the
me it's long range. It ain't.
right to the left.
Ooh, it is long range. Nice.
3, 4, 5.
At least that's how I do it.
I'm going to take these out
Now I'm trying to think of how I actually.
because from Luke's
I don't know.
perspective, he said it's really hard to tell between this one and this one.
Mm.
5.
So you gotta designate one as like just initiative dice, huh?
Yeah, we'll see. Alright, so skill 3, 7, 11.
11.
Well, Phil is mentioning on the
I can take
YouTube
11.
chat that Coach really only
Torpedo
has
to
5 units to
Grendel.
claim 3 zones.
Shit!
He's
What
Right.
the fuck?
already
Two
in
snake
danger of
eyes.
not being
Or
able
two.
What is
to
that?
That's 2 hits.
control them.
Both of them were.
Yeah, he just has too
12s.
few
They're
units,
both Valhalla
and
dice.
with his
All of them are Valhalla
such a
dice
small
except
amount of
for the
damage.
Come
Although
on.
now that I
2
noticed
hits.
that he's got the heat, that's a little bit better on the damage spectrum against
Two
tanks.
more.
Yeah.
But if he was going up only against mechs, he would have a hard time clearing the
Not
board, I
if
think.
Mikey dice. We'll go with Mikey
Those
dice.
Valhalla dice roll, baby. That's 4 6s.
5s.
Nice.
7.
7.
MP.
Definitely weighted.
I think we're gonna have to get those checked.
Are those
We're gonna
2024
have to
dice,
get
Tommy?
those checked. I think Mikey
Coach is
dice
butthurt
are,
already over
OP.
having the dice be against him.
Yeah.
All right, MP hit on the Grendel.
Might be a short game.
It may be.
Oh, that sucks.
Me with this whole cup of coffee.
Opponent going to the right.
Keep me company.
Mikey dice. 3. 3, 4, 5.
Let's see. That must be who's shooting now.
Horse
I'm having a
cover
hard time
everything,
seeing.
don't I? I mean, I'm half
I do
behind
like the
that
poker
fucking
chip
bill.
idea, though. That was brilliant.
Oh,
Yeah,
not
that
that
helps.
guy.
Kind of show.
Partial cover here.
That must
no.
be the.
Okay. First cover.
Fenris?
1, right?
Just one.
No, who's shooting? It's one of the tanks. Is that the
Nine.
Oro?
The one with the big.
Mikey
Yeah,
dice.
still kind of hard to see.
My guy's missed.
1, 2, 3.
God.
Shot with
It
3,
doesn't
so
matter
that's
what
got to
is.
be.
So 1.
1.
I don't know who would be shooting with only 3
One
dice.
damage on the Fenris.
That's a tank.
I can do that.
And then.
But he shot the Fenris.
10 for the other guy?
So it'll be 4,
Or
5,
is he
6.
a skill 4?
He's a skill 4, so.
It must have been the tank without
4,
heat.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9s. Because he has no partial
He has
cover.
no parts of cover. 3,
So
4,
nines.
5, 6, 8, 9. Okay.
Well, he would have rolled 4 sets of dice, though. I only
The
saw him roll
other-
3.
other opponent.
Yeah.
Unless they don't have the whole box, the whole dice box
No.
represented there.
Oh, maybe
Okay.
it did have
So it'll
heat.
be,
It just
2
wasn't the
damage,
one that he
2
marked as heat that rolled the
2
damage.
to the Fenris.
2 Fenris.
9's the hit.
9's to hit.
Come on!
1 damage.
So that was
on
the
heat.
Epona shooting then.
Oh, he didn't fire. Yes!
Missed on 9s?
Wait,
I think the first unit
No,
to be
he still-
banned
he
is
still
going to be
takes it.
Valhalla Club Dice.
next. Alright.
First actual unit to be banned is going to be a skimmer.
Yeah, I'm done.
Yeah, I could definitely see that one.
I've actually never ran a skimmer. I've
Alright.
never had anybody
Next.
run a skimmer against me, but I
Round
have seen
brought to
other
you by
games where they were
Games
played, and holy
Miniatures.
smokes, are they effective for their points cost.
Well, between rounds, love it.
Boom. That's pretty sexy, I'm not going to lie.
7.
Tommy takes initiative. By 1.
So Tommy wins initiative again. That's how this is gonna go, huh?
So I know Coach said I should go ahead
You
and
got
message
skill
him,
2s and 3s
but
across
he
the
still hasn't
board.
responded to starting the
I'm
timer.
moving here. Got
With
an MP
one
hit,
mech.
and I'm hot.
Distracted.
Well, you brought.
He's in the zone.
Hold on, we got an
Yeah.
update score.
Now, I don't know if you see this, but I can't get it out of my mind now
1
that
to
the
1.
big building in the back underneath the Charlie Company sign has Atlas
Uh-huh.
eyes.
Yep, I can see it.
I can't, like, I keep
From this angle, I can see it. It's like
Yeah.
he's either that or like some kind of a totem
Yeah, exactly.
totem
How
face.
much of the Grendel?
Yeah,
Oh
not
my
bad,
gosh, we
not
did
bad.
skip
Somebody should
time.
he saw
There it is.
he saw it finally.
Freaking timer.
I'm gonna text him. Check this
How long is the stream
message.
going?
Start your timer. Now it tells me.
Yeah, he
just
finally
tell
saw
me that?
it.
901. He just told me that. Yeah.
Yes, I
let's
told you
see.
that a while ago.
Calculator. Let's go 60 times 60. Oh, that didn't take us 20 minutes, did it?
Perhaps.
See, I
Might-
sent him
might
that
be
first
the-
message at 8:48, and it is now 9:02. So, yeah, close to.
You did. You told
20
me
minutes, so.
12 minutes ago. I'm not paying attention to my phone. Okay.
Okay, YouTube chat predictions for the match now that you've seen the first round. Let's see
Well.
what they say.
Anybody chatting?
Yep, got some good chat going on YouTube, so
I might be able to finagle a view there. Let me see if I can get on there. Now you're Colorado based, right?
yep, based
That's what I
here.
thought.
I'm out in the sticks in Colorado in Gunnison, but lot of playing going on the front range.
Is that what Battletech is? Just the game for the lonely, the people that live in the middle of nowhere?
Well, yeah, I've definitely co-opted my boys to come to play with me, so they're kind of
Everything is breaking down. I can't hear anything.
So 5 inches.
Unless he jumps.
I can't jump. Just
So
do that.
7-inch jump.
I don't know if anybody can hear me, but I can't hear anybody.
I'm still hearing everyone. So we've got 1-1 as far as predictions on the winner here. We've got Jonathan predicting a win by Coach. Well, unless his dice keep betraying him. And Housemaster Poding, win for Silent Sea.
We'll go with that.
He's definitely rolling some hot Valhalla Club dice, which you can grab if you grab one of the Valhalla Club podcast hosts at an event, or you can grab them over on Aries Games and Minis as well. Like Coach is moving his units more together.
Okay, I'm back. Can you hear me?
Yep, sure can.
My internet crashed hard for a moment there, so I was gone.
Yeah, perhaps attempting to do the YouTube double.
Could be.
Tommy's sneaking some tanks around the left side there. Not too many places for Coach to just sit and hide.
I'm not gonna bother trying to monitor
Is that a hell or
YouTube. If you got a handle on that, I'll just focus on this.
Sounds great.
Loki?
Warhammer 2C and a Man of War.
Okay.
Well, from what I can see, Tommy's got his home zone quite well secured with that Turkina. I think there's an Epona
But I'm gonna do it.
and a Enyo.
That'd be a different unit. Yeah,
That would be a very different unit.
very calming.
Yep, one of the peacemakers. On his home turf, looks like I'm just arbitrarily calling the next zone to the left. I'm sorry, to the right, Zone A.
Uh-huh.
And I'm seeing it contested between, I believe, another Enyo and Coach's
Half and
Fenris,
half. Which side?
which is
he
about
gonna
to
go
take some shots, looks like, with that blue poker chip there.
on? Of course, I suppose you
I
know.
don't know who's
maybe-
hiding behind the tower up at the very top, right underneath the timer. Do you know who that is?
That side.
Yep.
Is that his gargoyle?
It must. It looks like a brown unit, not a green unit. 1, 2, 3, 4,
Tommy's.
5.
Yeah,
That's one of
Tommy's got-
Tommy's units.
Yeah, up there on top. Yep.
Yeah, that's got to be one of Tommy's units. I'm thinking that must be the Dragonfly. Because everything else is tanks and a Turkina. So that's got to
Yep.
be the Dragonfly hiding underneath the timer
Hiding
there.
up back there. Yep.
Yep. And then
So YouTube chat is saying Coach is toast. So people are starting to believe the tide has turned against Coach already.
Interesting. Well, I think Tommy's going to be taking down his unit. I mean, all he has to do is take down just 1 or 2, and Coach won't be able to do enough zone control with just 3 mechs remaining.
Yeah, he'll have to wipe Tommy.
Great. Tommy's got a pretty good balance of armor and speed, so I think Coach will have a hard time
Man, I got digging hard.
affecting that much. So yeah, zone
I have to
A
agree with that.
between the Fenris
Digging hard.
and that must be the Oro. So that must be the Epona over there on the left side of the screen. Zone B looks like we've got the Fenris not the Fenris, the Viper versus a Stormcrow and a Gargoyle. And man, it doesn't even look like he's defending his home turf. At least Coach isn't.
No, I think he's moving out. He's got to take some units out.
Right. I don't think he can afford the units to stay and play goalie.
Yeah. I do say whenever I play Clan, there's always a Viper in my list. That is one of my my fave. Yeah, just the mobility and the jump. You know, the TMM4 and
Threes?
it's got a little bit of armor, and if it gets in the rear,
Oros of
some of them
3,
can do decent
Onions
damage.
are 2s.
And they got a model for every need. What do they got? Like every letter of the alphabet, I think.
Probably, yeah. I think my inhibition about playing Clan is that I'm too cheap. So spending all the PV on a small number of units, I think you get this problem like Coach has, is for some of the scenarios, you kind of need a certain number of units to give you the options if things go wrong. Coach is kind of stuck in this, like, I have to get his units off the board, and then my assault size can kind of take advantage, but...
Right. Yeah, well, that's why you play Clan Hell's Horses and just take tanks.
I don't want
I've been playing
Always cheaper.
Hell's Horses all the way until very recently. I kind of started playing Intersphere just because I don't know much about those mechs. I want to try them out and all those units. But I've actually been having fun with Pirates.
Oh, cool. Very cool.
Because nobody plays Pirates.
No, not too many. Not too many. Yeah, I wonder if Coach is just trying to stay away from his Turkina at this point. It looks like he's kind of...
Well, it's got to be. Can you blame him for that?
No, not at all. Not at all.
I think he's going to one-shot just about anybody.
Where are the opponents going to go? Where are the opponents going to go? Come out and play. Come and get you some. Come and get you some. I always forget how fast those fucking Enyos can move.
They're the slow ones, too.
Yeah, but they're still, what, 10 inches?
Yeah.
That's fast for a tank.
No, I like it.
I'm a big fan.
I'm a big fan, and that's why they're on my list. The other ones, the ones that only the Jade Falcons can use,
Yeah.
they move 12 inches. And 6'5".
Dropped us.
6'5"
Yo, what's up? Oh. Oh, that's terrible. Why'd you hang up on me? All right, I'm getting in there. Let's see. There we go.
Hey.
All right, I think you guys are back.
Yep. All right. Bye.
I don't know how that happened.
Apt descriptors of Wolfnet can include quirky and technologically minimized.
That's what
Coach is
my
toast.
father.
Well, we approach
doesn't-
every day with a
Garbage.
robust can-do attitude.
I disagree.
Technologically challenged.
Just reel them in.
Sometimes. You need a screen share with us again because we can't see squat.
Let's see. Those guys move 18, right? Yep.
No, he still can't hear me. He has no idea that we can't see the screen. I'll call him again.
Pretty much anywhere. Yo.
Share your screen with us. We can't see anything.
Oh, my bad. Turn on.
That's all right. We'll get there.
Start.
Yay! What do you know? Now we're really
don't
back.
like that at all.
We can see it.
So, I have to play a little bit of defense.
Okay, is this round 3? Did we miss an entire firing
Let's see.
phase? No, this is still round 2. I don't think
This
they've gotten to
should be
firing
firing
phase
right
yet.
here.
Say hi, Kenny. -2 inches. Oh, that Turkina's just waiting for him to come out, huh?
I wonder who placed the water, the lake, in the middle of the board. I wonder if it was Coach and he planned on using it to diffuse some of the heat on his units, but then the Turkina parked himself right in front of that thing.
We'll just do that then.
Yeah. Could be. Scroll back on the feed and tell you in a moment.
If I move right here, can you see me from your?
Put a dice next to your guy. I don't think either one of us can see each other.
Yeah, Coach did place that one, so he must have, kind of had that in mind.
Yeah, I don't know why. Well, if he placed the other one as well, I don't know why he would place it back there, but
Get out of the way.
yeah.
All right, firing
The terrain
phase.
placing strategy includes
I get to shoot first.
active and counteractive terrain placement. There's things that I want to
Good for me.
use, and there's things that I want to not be used against me.
All right.
Yeah, that's part of
There,
that taking
there.
choices away from your opponent, right?
Let's go.
Right. If you think about it, this game itself is like one main game and multiple mini games, because you have the mini game of terrain placement.
Sure.
You have the mini game, which is, list building.
Go here first.
Which one, the left or the right?
So you really get 3
it is
games
to the right.
in one. It's genius. And if you count Smack Talk as another mini game, then you got 4 games.
Psychological warfare, right?
Do you have
Oh, yeah.
anything that
Oh, yeah.
would need ECM?
So,
'Cause I have
Here comes the
ECM.
firing. We'll see what
Oh.
survives.
Okay.
Looks like we've
I
got,
two,
I'm guessing,
4 6s to hit.
what is that? That's got to be his big one there. So that's
and
his.
they all hit. So you'll take 1, 2,
It's a
3
Warhammer.
damage,
No,
and
that's
another
not a
2
Warhammer.
damage because of the 2 heat.
So
The heat. Oh,
1,
three
gotta use
damage and
gargoyle.
2 heat.
1.
So 5.
Yeah, but they don't track heat. It's,
Yep,
it's
so
damage. Yeah, 5 damage.
1, 2,
5
3,
damage.
4, 5. Motive.
That's one way to take out the
Motive.
tank. That was
I
to
got
the
a
Inyo.
ooh,
9.
-2 MV.
Yeah, if he can really take
My Valhalla
take a couple
dice do
units out
anything.
over on that right flank coach, that'll definitely help his chances.
That'll
I got
change
same
the
2, 4,
tides
6s
a little
from
bit.
the Warhammer 2C
Warhammer 2C fighting.
and 2 heat of the
Shooting.
orange dice.
Probably the Inyo again, I would guess.
I missed with one of the heat. So you'll take 1, 2, 3, 4 damage.
It's dead.
Okay. So that Inyo takes
How do you know which one's orange and which one's not orange?
2, 3, 4. That one's dead.
Wreck. Oh, nice.
I got Charlie and Wolfnet.
Oh, gotcha.
We're gonna have to
One's the
see how
marble
he put
kind,
those
one's the
those
the
cards
marble.
together.
Okay.
That is so
that
much
one is-
slicker than the way I was doing it.
Yeah, so I know that
Let's get some
he
Valhalla in there. Let's
uses
just stick with
Jeff's
it.
Battletech tools.
I got 3,
I'm not sure how he
4,
sets it up on
5,
the screen. But
Sure.
that's I think that's what the
4, 5, 6,
cards are.
7s. Orange of the heat. Missed with 1 heat, so 1, 2, 3 damage.
Roll for motive.
Motive 3.
lots of damage out of those 3 units right there.
Oh yeah, got a little corner of influence there,
Let's see. That was on
and
the
they're all playing chicken from the Turkina.
Yep.
Where did this go? Let's see, that way.
It's hard because I like to use my more mobile units for the later initiative movement, right?
Okay,
but
so those
that
3
Turkina needs
fired.
to have somewhere to shoot.
Right.
Hold. Grendel here.
Never been brave enough to take something that large and that
2.
slow. I've been tempted to try the Turkina a couple times, but man, that 6-inch move just cramps my style.
Anyway.
Agreed. It's difficult because especially when you have any level 2
Yeah.
terrain, then things can hide behind it, and you spend all that PV for nothing.
Right.
Probably gonna
Right.
die, so 3,
But
4,
look at the
5,
effect it's having on this
6,
game. He's dictating where Coach
7, 8,
can
9,
comfortably
10,
move. Everybody's
4, 3, 4, 5,
moving
6,
around where
7,
that
8,
Turkina
9,
can shoot.
11.
Yeah, in a way, it's kind of virtual
Let's go to Turkina.
area denial.
3.
He's saying,
Sure.
you want to go out
Sure.
here, then you're going to pay for it.
Right.
I'm gonna go to the Turkina.
Yeah.
3, 4, 5.
Talk about
6,
psychological
7,
warfare. I mean,
9,
that's what that guy will do.
10 for partial
So
cover.
he's taking a shot at the Turkina, looks like.
He's so huge.
With
Yeah, but
Yeah,
if
I
you
got
put
10
4
to
heat
hit
on him, then he
the
shuts down.
Turkina. Wolfnet will be the damage.
Don't forget, kids, one lucky shot to the cockpit, and that Turkina is toast.
Exactly. There's always that
10's the hit.
chance.
Come on. Stupid.
Garbage. Garbage roll.
That missed. And that's it for me. Come on, Mops. Uh-oh.
What's the difference between your Warhammer 2C and your Ryokan? On structure, armor.
What the hell is going on? What's the difference between what?
Structure, armor on your Warhammer 2C and your Ryokan.
Warhammer 2C's got 2, 4, 6, 7 armor. Ryokan's got 2, 4, 6 armor.
Same structure.
What's going on here?
For those waiting for Coach's response, there's one difference in the structure. Warhammer's got 4 structure, Ryokin's got 3.
Yeah. What do you think about the terrain placement here, Sean?
Well, let's kick this shindig off.
I think the right idea of getting some water in the center of the board. I think one thing that he forgot is that when you are in water, you get partial cover. So he would be just as safe in that water as he would be hiding behind a hill shooting at that Turkina. But yeah, I would love to sit in that water. I mean, does he have much overheat? He's got 2 on the Warhammer, none on the Man of War, none on the Fenris, none on the Grendel. So the 2 on the Ryokin. So either the Ryokin or the Warhammer could comfortably sit in that water, overheat,
4, 5,
and just
6,
pile
7.
a little bit more laser hate into the opponent and still take the benefits of cover. So that water is nicely placed, but he's not using it.
Mikey missed.
Mike, you missed.
This whole building,
3 damage, 1 heat.
Darn it.
Yeah.
this whole building thing is also a kind of a newer development in the terrain of the Alpha Strike 350 tournament format. They haven't had those in the past, so I haven't had a lot of experience with them, but I always thought it would be nice to be able to have a reliable full cover option.
Yeah, because none of the other
but
options are level 2 by themselves, right? You can pile up hills, but nothing is level 2 by itself.
I'm one of the older school, earlier gamers that is used to just having partial cover everywhere you go.
Yeah.
Unless you had 6 inches of woods, which we loved. I loved, at least. So yeah, having full cover 100% of the time behind those buildings is something that I haven't done much. How about you?
Yeah, I think it makes it interesting. It definitely varies the terrain, especially it looks like they've kind of placed them on the lines, close to the lines. So they're trying to use that as like I can stay close to the line if I need to, but I can stay covered so I'm not getting destroyed. So
yep,
I can scroll.
the big building right on the center line makes sense for that purpose.
Yeah. And I think it was probably Tommy that put the hills over on that far side behind his tanks, so he could move them around between the different zones without being shot at whenever.
Like, what is that all about?
Whenever Coach wants to.
I can't even
Sure.
get on here.
Maybe try right clicking.
Yeah. So what do I?
No natural hill bunkers to hide your indirect fire units, because they don't have any for this one. And now that artillery is out, we'll probably see that kind of terrain placement go away a little bit more.
I think so. I'm a fan of the new changes. How about yourself?
Yeah, I mean,
What are lines?
it's interesting because I have never been TO. I've never seen many people's lists. So all I can say is, based on opponents that I have played, I am myself known to be an artillery fella. The last several tournaments, because I knew the artillery nerfing was coming, I have played without artillery. And I can say, playing against someone with artillery when you don't have artillery is rather unpleasant. Yeah, so if for no other reason to take away kind of those negative play experiences, I think it's a good move. Thematically, based on the fact that it's a skirmish, kind of the skirmish theme, yeah, it does make sense that you wouldn't have artillery. I can only assume that, when they do these big scenario-based games, like in conjunction with, but like these custom scenarios that they make for, to play in conjunction with these conventions, why not make a scenario where a defender does have artillery? You can always mix that stuff in, and your personal private games, go hog wild. Who cares? But from a tournament scene, it makes sense. It simplifies the rules. It speeds up the game because artillery placement really slows down the game a lot when you gotta put the template down, roll direction for scatter, all that stuff.
Yeah, it can definitely.
You
And
have Bluetooth on your.
yeah, I just like it. It keeps the game more mobile. Keeps it.
Right.
Yeah,
But now that it's
more
gone, I
squishy.
think we're going to see far more indirect fire lists kind of become the new meta. That's my prediction.
Yeah, where you can still kind of hide something back there, and you put
Yep,
your Jess 2
supplement.
back there and just throw dice again.
Don't be giving people ideas now.
I'll blame it all on Charles Gideon. It's the Jess 2's consistent over the last 2 big cons.
Well, at least they no longer have that Just 2, the ammo version, which had indirect fire 8, or it used to.
Yeah.
And then the master unit list updated that to only be indirect fire 5. I mean, when it was indirect fire 8, that was just bonkers. Just madness. And I don't think anything has more than indirect fire 5 now, right? In the whole MUL.
Not that I know of.
I'll do a quick search. Yeah, I'll do a quick search. I think indirect fire 5 is the greatest that they have now.
I know
not
Coach
mistaken.
was threatening to bring his Viking 2C tonight to a Viking 2C at skill 2, I think, or something like that. It was over 100
Why can't we
PV
just have a normal night?
for 1 unit.
Oh, I lied. There are indirect fire 6s.
Okay.
There's the Mastodon D, which is indirect fire 6. That is a Dark Age Ill Clan only. Rasselhog Dominion only.
No.
Monster of a mech.
On the devices screen, select mouse.
A Thunderhawk. TDK 7Z, which is also Dark Age Ill Clan only.
Jesus.
See if anything's got indirect fire 7. Oh, and then there's the the Just 2 Strategic Missile Carrier support has indirect fire 6 now.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the one that they nerfed from 8. Okay, so they took
Yeah,
it from
6.
8 to 6. Okay, I thought they took it to 5. My bad.
Why did it take me to Google?
Oh, and there is an indirect fire 7. Boy, I was totally off. The Kraken Pain 3. At 69 PV, skill 4. That's a monster right there.
Wow.
Yeah, look up that beast. Indirect fire 7.
You
All
heard it
right,
here,
so
folks.
Goolsby doesn't
Rush on.
actually know what he's talking about. But there is no indirect fire 8.
Alright, sorry everybody.
Or 9.
You're gonna have to bear with me here a second.
Or 10.
I
That's all right,
can't
we're stalling
see.
for you.
My mouse pointer.
Well, that's a
Blind,
problem.
blind.
So
Yeah, so indirect fire 7 is the greatest. With that Kraken. Release the Kraken.
Is that still a Dark
so I
Age?
have to
That is,
Only-
no, that's Clan
apparently
Invasion
try to
and
go
on.
Oh,
That
wow.
guy's everywhere, almost.
Select the mouse.
Jade Falcon, what do you know? What do you know? No surprises there.
And of course, I can't freaking.
What clan would you play, Sean? Is that Hell's Horses?
Oh yeah, no,
Or-
I've been Hell's Horses from the beginning.
Okay.
I
Oh my god.
was at the first Kroll Sisters a Go back in 2020.
Oh,
I actually won that tournament,
got
and I
it.
did play Hell's Horses at that
I
tournament.
had to turn the screen off.
So when you've been playing
That's the
Intersphere
dumbest
lately,
thing
are
I've
you still
ever heard
playing
of.
with
Alright,
a
3
bevy of
damage,
vehicles?
3 damage,
Or
1 heat.
you switched over to more
2,
mechs?
3,
I-
1. All right,
I
we're
really
back in
like the
business.
combined
I'm
arm.
putting some time back on the clock on that one.
I think the tanks have a lot to offer
4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
because of that low profile.
All right, where are we
It's
going?
surprising how
Now
easy
we're
they
going
are to
gameplay?
fight, even
Okay.
below like level 1 kills.
8s.
One.
And they are fragile in their own way.
3. There you
Yeah.
go.
But when you get a little
2.
experience running tanks and
2 damage.
learning how to hide them and how to
Right now.
focus fire, they can be quite effective.
And they,
That
they
is
tend
the
to run a little bit cheaper,
strangest
so
thing I have ever
that
seen.
helps.
Yeah, they do, and I think that is reflected by their
3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
fragile nature.
7's for me.
Always
Oh,
the motive hits that you're most afraid of, more than anything. It's the motive
Yeah.
hits.
Looks like the Ryokan is
Miss,
almost
miss.
stripped here.
2.
Coach.
Oh yeah.
2 hits, that's a crit.
Nope, going internal there.
Mikey. Here we go, Mikey from Valhalla.
5, 7, 5 9s, 5 9s, 5 9s.
7.
7. MP.
Oh, taking away the movement.
Alright, so he's got a heat on him.
On a mech, that's the one I'd want
And,
the most. If I'm going to take a crit, that's the one I want.
And I'm Pi.
I actually am a fan of giving fire control hits because when I get them myself, I just
of
want to
course.
toss the mini off the board. I'm like,
Hold
oh, you're
on.
useless.
Yep. Fire control is the worst to get. The best to give.
He's the righty.
I'd prefer an engine hit over MP or over a fire control hit.
Oh yeah.
Well, yeah, because you're not going to get 2 of them.
No. That's true.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
7, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Yeah, so I've been enjoying
2
playing
damage.
Pirates.
2 damage to the Grendel.
Yep.
2 damage to the Grendel.
That is
He's
pretty
looking
well.
rough. Looks like we're going to
Alright,
do a
here we go,
roll.
Mikey.
1 structure remaining.
Mikey from Valhalla.
And Mikey dies for the win.
Cannot read
Be a
that dice.
5. Stop spinning.
Still rolling.
See? That's
What the heck
clear
is this
telltale
Inception?
sign. 6. I'll take a weapon. That's alright. I can do a weapon.
Okay.
All right, here comes the Turkina shooting.
5,
Friendship missiles, baby.
7. Oh, yeah, I don't... The big
Here
dog
come
sign,
all the
huh?
dice.
Yep. This is where we shake the camera with a dice roll.
Big dog to eat. Turkey
So when Tommy was rolling
time.
those metal dice back in the day, man, those were thunderous.
4, 5.
Oh yeah. I like how metal dice look. I don't like rolling them,
Oh yeah.
honestly.
Yeah, agreed. They're
I got medium range.
they,
didn't
they
I?
are
Yeah.
cool looking,
3,
but
4, 5, 6,
actually
7.
use them, I don't
Yeah,
know.
that sucks.
Something about that bounce the lighter
7's
dice
hit.
makes that you just
Need
can't
1.
duplicate with metal dice.
Yeah, it's
I think you got it.
Mikey.
Grendel goes down.
Good. Hate that guy.
Hate that guy.
Fuck that guy.
Fuck that guy. Where's Matt?
He shot all of those at the Grendel. All 7 shots at the Grendel. It might have been his only target, I guess.
Yeah, I think it is his only target,
Clear
so.
dead.
Going out.
I wouldn't have even bothered to make him roll those dice. I would have just said, you know what, I'll just take this off right now.
For 1 pip.
He can fire, so he's gonna reduce his heat. Yay.
On to round 3. Looks like they both lost 1 unit. The Ryokin is looking rough.
Alright. This initiative roll is brought to you by Starcore Industries.
Let's see a cool animation.
There we go. 7.
Dude.
From Mikey. Mikey's putting in a lot of work
Well,
today.
guess who lost initiative again?
I feel
Yeah,
that
down
pain.
to
I
5
always
mechs.
lose it.
From 5 units.
Yeah, well, I'm down to 4.
Damn it.
In the YouTube
26
chat,
minutes
You
remaining.
moved first.
Housemaster Poding
Yeah,
mentioned
no.
that he runs Clan Hell's Horses as an OPT4 for
I'm not happy.
some people as well, and then he loves the combined arms, but he also likes protomechs. So
Oh, yeah.
throwing some protomechs in there.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, we're gonna reset time.
Truth be told, one thing about the Alpha Strike 350 format that does bother me is the rule of 2 with regards to protomechs.
10 times 6.
I'm just, I like to call myself harmlessly OCD.
We have here.
There's just certain things that I like a certain way, and it doesn't harm anybody, but having 5 protomechs of the same kind would just feel good. And I know the primary reason for avoiding that is because of the cheese that could happen primarily with
Sure.
like the Siren 4.
Yeah.
That would like have to immediately be banned.
There we go.
Yeah.
But so I understand why it is done, and it makes sense to me why it is done. But my quote-unquote harmless amount of OCD really wants to run 5 identical protomechs.
Tears, Sean, tears.
Yep.
We stay the same
Have you ever run protomechs?
score.
I have never
one to
used
one.
protomechs. I'm slightly intrigued by them because I've seen them used by a couple people here and there, but yeah, I haven't tried them out yet.
I did them only in one tournament. They performed extremely well. I don't know why I've never gone back to them.
Yeah. I think some people just have like a distaste to them lore-wise, so they don't use them. And they're kind of limited in when they could be used, right?
4.
So,
Sure.
yeah, I'm not sure.
Yeah, there's only a few factions and a few eras where you can run them. And when you're restricted to having only 2 of a kind, it's hard to find a faction that has 3 different proto-mechs that have similar capabilities, speed-wise and, armament-wise. It just doesn't really happen.
Yeah.
So you're going to have like 2 which are fast, 2 which can punch, and 1 which can, I don't know, do something, maybe jump.
Yeah, so then you kind of had like either spread out on the board or kind of spread out abilities or something like that.
Right. Yeah, they're never going to be able to function as a cohesive unit.
Well, I don't know if Coach is going to send any more units across the board.
That's funny.
He's just
I think
Put the hot dog
well,
tag right here.
he's scared of that
But the clock
Turkina.
blocks
Yeah.
the
He knows as Turkina starts digging in, he's going to be gone.
yeah, and I think you either have to go immediately at it and
that's
either
funny. We're even
heat it
wearing
up
our
so that
Charlie
it cuts
Company,
down
Cider
over
Company,
2 rounds,
dice,
or
shirts tonight.
or just leave it alone like Coach is doing.
Oh,
So.
that's funny.
Yep, that's the 2 strategies with a Turkina. So you avoid it or you invest heavily in destroying it. I will never forget the game I played against. It was a Turkina E, the monsterest of all monsters.
The big
and,
boy.
The big boy. And this was before they nerfed
Yeah,
Death from
Turkina's
Above.
jump.
he's jumping,
Before the
baby.
Death from
I see
Above
him.
rules got ruined.
I see him.
White guys can
And I
jump.
took a
I consider the Turkina.
my signature mech, the Phoenix Hawk 2C6, a full-fledged Death from Above on a Turkina E.
All right, 12 to 6. Well,
And it was going to, on a successful Death from Above, deal 9 damage to that Turkina E, essentially destroying it. And I had to roll, let's see, you got to do the math, because I had it at skill 2. So 3. I had to roll like a 6 to successfully Death from Above this guy.
Okay.
And I missed. And of course, my mech had to take the damage, and I was so sad that I was not able to Death from Above a Turkina. It's like a target that's a quarter of a mile wide,
So you can only go 4.
and I missed it.
Yeah.
Can't jump.
Yeah.
So
Sometimes the dice giveth, and sometimes they taketh away.
So he'll just stay.
Amen.
I think Greg W., who won the 350 at LVO,
How you
did
like
have the
them
Phoenix
apples?
Hawk 2C
don't like
in
them
his
apples.
list. And I think he may have credited it
Which
to you. I'm not sure.
variant?
Oh, I can't remember. It may be the
The
one
6
you
is my
used.
baby. I've run that
Six.
in most of my tournaments.
Yeah. I think Greg is in the chat, so we'll have to see if he can verify here in a second.
Confirm or deny his 2C status. I'm glad they got a new plastic for that one coming out. I've got 2 of the metal ones, which I've always run, but I'm excited to get my plastic.
Yeah, I'm excited for a lot of those switching from the metals to the plastics. I mean, for me, Iron Wind Metals models are kind of hit and miss, so I like a lot of the new plastic models, and they are cheaper and whatnot.
Yeah.
More availability.
I noticed that a lot of the light mechs on Iron Winds are really hard to put together. And
Yeah.
there's some new ones which I think are extremely well designed. But some of those older ones, I'm totally with you. They're hard to put together.
Yeah, I will say that the newer designs that I've seen on Iron Wind's definitely an improvement. Look better, I think, are easier to put together and stuff. So
Yep. Oh, yep. Gregory says Phoenix Hawk 2C6.
Yep.
Yeah, I usually, ever since Death from Above got taken away from me,
Just you, only you.
I used to skill it up. I used to skill up my 2C6, but now I skill it down actually. So, well, skill it down meaning making it horror skill.
Yeah.
So I usually run them at skill 5 or 6 now. Just make it a cheap objective grabber. That assault mech with that much of a range of movement would do wonders for this scenario, or King of the Hill, or Domination. Not Domination. No, that one's just an objective taker. But it's got a lot of staying power with that TMM of 4 with the jump. So it's my favorite ride. Sorry, Gregory, I was doing it first.
You're never gonna kill it. You're never gonna destroy it. So it's
No. In all my tournaments, my 2C6 has been eliminated one time.
Yeah. Tough unit. Okay, it looks like things are getting spicy up there. Everything's getting close.
I can live with that.
Little short range action here.
Bruce Zatara is asking to join the Wolfnet radio crew. You are approved, Bruce. Welcome to the fold. We always got to call out new members when they're joining during the stream.
Nice. Welcome to the family.
We will now christen you Zoltar.
Where's my car?
Dude, where's my car?
So is Gregory playing Clan Hell's Horses? Is that what I'm reading here?
You are correct. Yep.
He's another Hell's Horses player. Fantastic. So you, sir, need to put up your paint job. I don't know if you're part of the Clan Hell's Horses appreciation page on Facebook, but if you're not, get on there. And I want to see your army.
Yeah. I didn't even know this was a thing. Maybe this is like a secret club.
Maybe semi-secret. Yeah, there's a Clan Hell's Horses appreciation page, but only true Clan Hell's Horses can be legitimately there. Everyone else is posers. Mario and I had once discussed starting some kind of a quasi Hell's Horses Sibco, just totally nerding out and taking that one the distance. But nothing ever came from it. I think we're just real people with real jobs and real lives and don't have the time to nerd out that hard.
Sure. You know, it would be interesting to kind of have tracked the big 350 tournaments, what factions have won, because Hell's Horses has certainly performed well.
Well, I think that's only because a lot of people have been playing it. And, well, okay, so also Mario played Hell's Horses, and he's won a lot of tournaments.
Exactly.
Well, I don't want to be going and doing that.
It's like you can have clan tech, but also cheap vehicles.
Oh, yeah. I've always wanted to take, what's that monster? The Heimdall. I've always wanted to take a pair of Heimdalls to a tournament, and I just never have because they're so expensive.
Stupid opponent.
Sebastian G, greetings from Germany, you magnificent people. Well, we think you're magnificent too, Sebastian.
Howdy, Sebastian.
From across the pond. Look at this internationally streaming YouTube show.
Hoo-ha.
Sebastian, I'm going to be in your country this summer. Gonna go see me some castles. We are going to be going to, I believe, Auschwitz.
Mm.
And there are, I think we're going to be going to, what's that castle that looks like Disneyland? Disneyland's modeled after this castle in Germany.
The one down on the Rhine or something? I can't remember.
Into the water I go.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Yeah, my boy is graduating high school, so we're doing a Europe trip.
Oh, cool. Very cool. Okay, Coach finally jumped into the water. Going to take advantage of a little dissipation, partial cover. Yep.
With this Fenris, just like we predicted that he should have done a long time ago.
Yeah,
But that's the one that doesn't have any overheat. He's jumped in with his Fenris that doesn't have overheat. Why did he even bother? Just take some cover, I guess.
Maybe to cool the heat that he's going to get from the tanks.
Oh, maybe so. Or did that one already take heat?
I think he did previously, and then he didn't fire for a round to cool off. So maybe he's cooled again.
That could only have been the Epona moving that far. Getting in a rear arc shot.
All right.
Anybody who runs Hell's Horses should probably be running Eponas.
Everybody move.
And if you didn't get my comment before you listening to the stream, the
I'm
Epona
glad
E
you're
is the
shooting.
proper choice.
Go ahead and shoot first.
I'm not shooting.
Now I wonder if Greg.
New Schwenstein, thank you, Sebastian.
Another chip.
Well,
that?
obviously we're
I
gonna
wonder
go
if
here
Greg
and
also
here.
ran Epona E's.
Greg, did you run Epona E's during your recent win?
2. So 3. There's my 3. Let's get some other Valhalla dice in here. Maybe
Looks
I can
like
get
Tommy's
some luck
still
like
got plenty of armor for
you
Coach
have.
to go through before he really
Oh, yeah.
gets much
And
done.
just for safe measure, throw in more Valhalla dice. Orange is.
Do you know what era they're playing? I never actually heard.
I have no heat. I have 1 heat right now.
I think
much
last
are you
time they were
adding on right
playing
now?
2.
So you're going to be at
Arcade,
+3,
but I
I
could be
will be
wrong.
at +3.
Okay.
I've got skill 3, 4, 5,
I won't
6.
say anything that real. Well, that
Minus
Enyo
1 'cause I
probably
didn't move.
is the most limiting on
3,
this list.
4.
Let me look that guy up real quick.
5's the hit.
Because the Turkina is
Orange is the heat.
for all
Overheating by
eras.
2. That box looks like it got
Enyo
put
Sholef. Let's see when that guy's available.
there. There we go.
Here we go. Let's see what the dice
What did I say?
say.
5's the hit.
Yeah.
Enyo's available, Jihad and on.
1 damage
doesn't really narrow it
missed.
down.
So you take 2, 4, 5, 6 damage.
Dead?
Ooh,
Ouch.
pretty good with the Warhammer.
And I go up.
He was shooting probably the other Enyo, I'm thinking.
Yeah, the one next one.
Yeah. But I can't really tell which
How much
tank that
left
is
on
with
that
the
guy?
There is 1 armor.
screen that
3
we got, but I
structure.
think that's the Enyo. Yep. I was correct.
Okay.
Eliminated.
Got him.
2 Enyos down.
We're gonna throw. You know what, Charlie? Let's go with a full. Let's go with a full stand.
It's a good percentage of Tommy's
2,
movement and damage,
4.
so he might
Yep.
swing the other way.
Yeah.
There. Over there.
Yeah, this I
So
think is
Man of War
Coach
is
got a better
2,
chance at this
4,
point than I thought he
6,
would have.
7 for partial
Right.
cover.
So Greg did say he used 2
I got
Eponas
1
in almost all the rounds.
1 heat?
1 heat and 1 damage.
Gregory confirmed. 2
On the
Epona.
Turkina. God, 7's the hit, and I roll 2 6s.
He's used both
1 damage, 1 heat.
almost
That sucks.
all rounds. That is correct, sir. That is the way it's supposed to be done. And yeah, radio. On the YouTube page.
3.
But I bet you that's on there.
You know what?
So I can look it up there.
Let's go right back at the Turkina. 3.
Listen to the champions, folks. You run the opponent E's
3, 4, 5.
if you're going to
6, 7,
play
8 to hit.
Hell's Horses.
With 1 damage, which is also a heat. 8
And only the cool kids play Hell's Horses.
missed.
See, what I'm hearing is that the real
Wow.
meta across all the different variations of
You got a guy in the back that hasn't
Wolfnet
shot.
350
Yeah.
that have gone on is Hell's Horses. So
Neither one of these are damaged, right?
Kind of turned into that, yeah. Well, both myself and Brute, Mr. Mario, we were both Hell's Horses players, and we may not be in the limelight anymore as much, but back in the day, it was usually either him or me winning the tournaments.
2, 3,
Well, he put the first damage on the
5.
Turkina, but man, that's still got a ton left. He did put a heat on as well, but
one
need
flip of
3 more to
damage.
shut
That's
him down.
miles to go.
Yeah.
Screw it. Let's go for the Warhammer. Is going to overheat 2 as well.
Warhammer shooting,
Go to the
overheating,
Epona.
and shooting, and Epona.
Oh, he's trying to get it out.
To the right. I've got 2, 4, 5, 6, 7.
He can take that Epona down. I think he's going to really
Ones are
take
the heat.
take the lead.
7's to hit from the Warhammer. Should have kept that.
Uh-huh.
1 heat.
Ooh.
Oh my God. Miss.
The tournament that I lost by
There's a
1
miss.
pip.
Come
By
on.
1 pip. I lost a tournament.
1 heat and 1 damage.
That was the
Nope. 2
second
damage.
Rumble on the River.
So 4 damage.
And the 1 pip that I did not eliminate was an
How
Epona
many-
E.
How
So
many damage total and how many heat total?
takes total 4 damage because I'm counting the
I literally lost
1
that
heat hit for
tournament,
2,
took
and
second
2 other
place
damage.
because
So
of that 1 pip that I did not destroy. Would have gotten 1 more objective point,
One extra
and
damage.
taken 1 more. Yeah, 1 more
So
objective point would have won me the tournament.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
man.
6. I'd throw 4
Definitely an
at
effective
medium
unit.
range. Overheated for 2, so I'm throwing 6 dice.
Alright, so
So you take 4 damage.
Well, he does
Okay,
get
so,
internal on the
alright.
Epona.
roll for possible critical
Let's
Okay.
see.
first.
See the
Motives on
motive,
an Epona are the worst.
I need to kill
because
him.
it's hover, right?
Yep.
Crit is a 9.
Oh,
6,
Ooh.
7, 8.
On a vehicle?
So there is a crit.
There is a crit. There's my little marked out page here.
I always forget the vehicle quick chart.
9 for vehicles, weapon hit.
Ooh,
And the motive is
Roll motive.
8 plus.
Nothing.
Ooh,
Oh,
9.
whatever.
So, yeah, he's going to be going slower.
So minus 2 inch move.
That Epona's going to go down fast.
1 TMM.
no, that's pretty good for Coach.
Okay.
Although
Yep.
That sucks.
And that is
Tommy gets to
everybody.
respawn now.
You did a lot of good damage there.
I needed to kill him. Real bad. Real bad, because he's at 2 heat now.
I wonder if Coach has a plan for this off-board artillery.
over-
He
oh,
hasn't.
I don't
I don't
I
believe
know,
he's
he
used it
hasn't
yet.
used it yet. I think he's forgotten that he has it.
Yeah, I could see that. That's I think the problem with the off-board is that
Seven's the
you
hit,
often
and we're
forget that you don't have it, and it counts against you
Alright, so
for the PV. You know.
Let's
Only if you use it.
start with
If you don't use it by the end of the game, I think you still get to. It's not counted as units eliminated
Is it not?
or
I can't
PV
remember.
eliminated.
Sky-
No, I'm pretty sure that's how it is. Yeah, if you use it, it counts as your PV eliminated. I'm not 100% on board with the way that works, but it's the best. I don't have a better option at present, so I'm not
Yeah.
going to complain about it. I'm never going to take off-board artillery. I don't think it's worth the PV myself.
Yeah.
Force. I don't think you got forced in it. And yo to the Ryokan.
But I'm welcome for discussion if other people have found use.
Well, you don't. Oh, you did.
I missed
miss!
with one.
You missed with 1. Doesn't matter. All you needed was 2.
Okay.
Wait. Yeah, because I forgot to mark damage from the last time.
Either way, it would have been 1 heat and it would have been shut down.
It would have been shut.
Alright, so he is done.
He gone.
Well, there's another unit down for Coach. That's problems.
Yes. 4 zones and 3 units to control them with. But they're mostly untouched. That Fenris has got a little scratch on it.
Yeah.
The Team M3 will carry him far, hopefully.
3, I jumped. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9s.
9's on the guardrail.
Oof.
Miss.
Everything's missed.
Miss.
Boy, he's good at making those dice spin.
It's a whip. Finally, Tommy misses.
That was the Drakina?
That was.
That had to have been with all those dice. Dang.
No hits. Whew. All those dice on 9s, you should have hit something. 1 or 2.
to the Fenris. Yep.
Rolls like I do. Phil Abramowitz, I'd rather have a cheap skimmer than off-board artillery. Yeah, I would say that that's probably a much more reliable investment in points. But
Do you have partial?
I have a prediction that skimmers will be. I don't determine these things, but I bet you skimmers will be the first unit to be banned.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
That's just my prediction.
Niners.
I know there's been some discussion
There's
about
one.
just kind of banning below a PV limit
close
of
to
like
another one.
5 or something, and that would, take care of a lot of those small units. But
Right. There's been a lot of talk.
Yeah.
Right. That or those flatbed trucks. I have never played a game with or against a flatbed truck. I don't know what it is that they do, but it must be amazing.
Well, they're
I've
an
never seen
initiative
it.
Sync,
How much does your,
and
Fenris have
they're
left?
super cheap,
Fenris
and
has
you
two
can
armor,
take,
two
you
structure.
can hold objectives with them or whatnot. But
Sure.
Okay.
yeah, they're
Sure.
just super cheap.
They got like one structure, right? They got nothing.
I don't even remember, but yeah, it's something like that where it's just kind of annoying.
Right,
have
but
to go
are you
off.
really going to win a game with a flatbed truck? I don't think so. I would love to see somebody like school me with a flatbed truck because I just never seen it.
Well, and I think that a lot of that was before front-loaded initiative.
These guys,
So,
there is no heat.
With
Yeah,
that being the case,
probably true.
then initiative things kind of lose their value quite a bit.
Yeah, that's
And you
one
can charge
way
with
to-
them and do funny stuff.
So be 3.
They only get like a TMM of 2,
Seven,
right? They're not
seven,
nearly as fast. The reason the
five,
skimmers are so
four,
effective is because
three,
they're so fast.
So you're rolling
Yeah.
5 dice.
They're cruising around.
5 dice.
Gregor Wright,
Seven,
flatbed trucks are recon
seven,
infantry
man.
with
They cut my partial cover,
cargo
right?
transport.
Yep.
Oh man,
Well, there's 2.
I wonder if this is on the Fenris. That could be trouble.
Ooh, I think you only got 2. Oh, baby.
2 damage.
Oh,
right.
baby.
Loads of
Nothing.
Fuck, that is a savior moment for me. Now you gotta shoot that guy over there.
How much you got left?
I got 2 structure.
That didn't even go in the
See if the
structure.
Fenris
Nope.
survives here.
I told you I had 2 armor, 2 structure.
So if I go in the structure, is it dead?
You ever run that Fenris J or go against somebody that's got one?
Yeah,
have a chance.
a couple guys out here in Colorado have run it.
Since you're in the
Charles
water,
You have
Gideon
to roll an
and
8
Mike
8 or better or something like
from
that.
podcast. They
Now that I
both
remember that rule.
have run high
Or
skill.
do I fire at
Fenris
your
J's.
Warhammer 2?
Oh, that's
quite the
investment.
Yeah,
Those
yeah,
guys
still
are
2
bonkers.
Fenris
You know,
J's.
right. Yeah, that's crazy. Now that artillery is not a thing, I bet you that we'll see more of those guys too.
Yeah, it gives you more points to put into units like that. That's for sure.
Yeah, I think this switch to 250 PV is also a pretty dang good thing. It definitely, the biggest reason that artillery was needed for the time being was that, all these TMM4 units are just ridiculously dangerous. And there's just, with 200 PV, they were a real problem.
Yeah, the
And
Dasher
artillery
Danger,
was
right?
the solution for that. Yeah, Dasher
Yeah.
Danger for sure. You want to see somebody wield a Dasher like a samurai sword? That's Mario, Mr. Brute, Garzolini.
Those are the mechs that he does use.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. That's his signature mech. If anything. But now with 250 PV, you can afford to skill up your units, and higher skill will be a good, or improved skill will be a good counter to TMM4, I think.
Yeah, it's always
It is,
funny
so I
to
have to
talk
roll.
about skill up, skill down.
Twice.
I know, and it's just-
it's
weird
it's
thing.
messed up. Better.
Improved skill and
For what? To not take a
worsened
critical.
skill, I guess.
It's not if you're in structure or not. It's just if you got hit.
Well, then you gotta take another one for the Oro.
Didn't he miss?
Oh, did he use his
Oh, Oro
artillery?
once.
Oh, I think he's forgotten about it.
Easy money. A partially submerged.
That's good.
unit
We could
can
just
avoid
tease
a
them
hull
about it when the
breach
game's
on a
over.
2d6 roll. Yep. Success negates the critical hit chance from a hull breach of a completely submerged unit. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking at the flatbread truck
Very-
2
Now they roll
PV.
10s.
Now
It's
they
still
roll
4. No
Yeah.
damage, single PIPA structure, and 10-inch wheeled
Alright, here we
movement
go. Going for the guts
with a
of
TMM of
firing
2.
up your
I'm
Warhammer
sorry, I just
60.
don't see it. I don't see why
Going
this
to
guy's
Warhammer
such a big deal.
There. To here.
Okay, round 4. Here we
Got it.
go.
4.
Isn't
Five,
this
six,
round
seven,
5? I thought it was round 5. But
Yep.
This should
Sounds
be
good.
round
Two damage, 2 heat.
5, I
Damage, 2
believe.
heat. Well, you're rolling 2 sets. Yeah. Okay.
Well, that's still shooting.
I think Coach scores a victory on that one for
Shut
not
down.
being destroyed. Oh, wait. I shut him down?
Come on.
Oh, that's
Is that your
really...
last guy?
That is my last
All
guy.
right. Thank God. Let's get the hell out of here. Round 3 is brought to you by Hextech, everybody.
Be round 4.
I am definitely digging the new ads. Those are cool.
Yeah, well, it's cool to
Alright.
have more than one sponsor.
Yeah, for sure.
That's
There's only one original sponsor, Ares Games and Miniatures.
That's right.
Mr.
Nice.
Derek King is a gentleman warrior and a businessman of the highest caliber.
Derek is the best. He will
Yeah.
get stuff to you quickly when you need it the week before the
All right.
tournament.
Barely.
That is,
Fuck's sake, I need to win.
And he'll look good
Don't forget
doing
your
it.
Turkina's got- Oh, there's an 11. Valhalla comes through.
there it is. The Valhalla Club
Hey,
Dice.
there you go.
Mikey almost came through.
Coach wins initiative, finally.
That's good, except now he's just got 2 units to move.
Alright. We have 8 minutes left. This is the last round. Or do you want to play it out till...
We could have this as the last round.
8 minutes to go.
Well, Sean, what would you have done differently if you were either player?
Well, I was supposed to be painting my units. What would I have done differently? I would have taken
Yeah.
different lists.
Were you
Particularly for this scenario, Overrun
Yeah.
needs higher number of units. Absolutely needs higher number of units. I don't think I would have gone in this scenario with less than 8 units.
Yeah, I know Phil had brought that up earlier in the day. Just the low number of
supposed to be
units in
just
both
nothing.
of these lists actually kind of hard to give you the full range of capabilities on this scenario.
This is the
Right.
same unit I had last
And there's really not a lot of movement happening here.
No.
You know, Coach did not bring anything to adequately counter that Turkina. He's just been hiding from it
Really?
the whole time. His big units have always been in a straight line behind that big tower in the center, trying to avoid that Turkina. So he didn't have a heavy Turkina counter. Of course, the best thing for that would be indirect fire. Have something that flies, have something to get behind the Turkina, some kind of VTOL, which can both spot and land and take an object. You know, take control of an area. I would have taken indirect fire, kept that on the home base area behind some cover, a VTOL to get some spotting in, and some cheaper fast movers and some durable heavy hitters, and that would have been my list.
Yeah, I think his 3 heavy mechs for Coach are kind of too similar. They don't kind of offer you enough variety to do different things. You're kind of with that group of 3. You're kind of
have
just
to move
geared
another
into
one?
well, I'm gonna heat up
Your
his
shutdown
vehicles.
is-
Oh,
and
you
try
do
roll
have
off
to
the board
move
while
another
they're kind of moving around.
Yeah,
Because he doesn't count.
and I see that Coach, you know, he skilled up each of his units.
Bullshit.
I mean, the worst skill is skill 3,
Yeah, you do have to move another one.
but none of them deal a lot of damage.
10. No joke.
So I would have probably left them at skill 4, and give myself the PV to bring a couple of fast-moving small units or something with indirect fire. The Man of War was a good choice, I think. The Fenris was a good choice, I think. Raukin was okay. I know you like Raukins. I've actually never run one, but
Yeah.
But yeah, they're effective. They got a nice combination of speed, firepower, and armor, so they're pretty good all-rounder.
Yeah, I'd agree on just not enough units for Coach to really be as effective
Yeah.
on this.
Now you can move on.
Yeah,
Now
I think
I'm one.
his problem is skilling them up.
Yeah.
It's primary. I would have maybe skilled up the Warhammer to 2 and just kept that as my big. No, I probably would have done the Man of War. Build the Man of War up to skill 2 because you got that long range. I would have kept it that way. Left the Warhammer at 4, and the rest of them at 4 minimally. Possibly even skilled down the Fenris. I totally would have skilled down the Fenris. It's only got 1 damage at short and medium range, anyways. So what does skill 3 get you? Almost nothing, but you're paying a lot of points for it.
For sure.
So I'd have taken that one down probably to skill 6, because he can move. He would just been a area control kind of guy. The Grendel F, it's only got 1 damage at medium and long range. I probably would have skilled that guy down.
Don't forget he's
But
got
yeah,
Yeah, but
I think overall, I think
Oh, that's right.
Tommy's list is better. That Turkina is nothing but just a big bully. I would have left him absolutely just like he has
Yeah.
on the home area. Do some
Yeah, he's playing
goalkeeping.
goalie, right? Yeah.
Yep, playing goalie, and simultaneously playing goalie and threatening pretty much anything in the middle of the field.
Exactly.
So that was a good
He's
pick.
wide open. You
The
can
tanks,
get right
I
up to
mean,
him and shoot it all
you play
want.
them right, and
Wide
you get
open.
sneaky up on a mech or two and do some focus fire, and you just eliminate a mech per round at least.
Yeah,
with
when I first
focus
saw the
fire.
list, when I saw that Coach was bringing a lot of heat, I thought, oh, well, Tommy's bringing a lot of vehicles. That could be dangerous, but it's just been too much armor, and he's moving them around enough that they haven't been completely focus fired, so
Right.
it hasn't gotten
You
through.
want 2 points.
Yeah.
I want 2 points.
Probably would have skipped the Oro and instead done 2 of the opponent E's. Everybody here is
That's definitely
probably
sprinting movement.
aware by now of how I feel about those guys.
And then we tie.
Well, Coach ran
Then we go to.
a unit up there to try and take 2 points to finish off. 'Cause if this is the last round, the Turkina already moved up.
Okay.
Yep.
Fucked up.
Advantage
Tina
of
left
that.
for goalie position. Yep.
Yep, I done fucked up.
And that Fenris is doing exactly what it's supposed to. Move fast
How about that?
and take space.
Yeah, I done fucked up.
Oh! I didn't even use my artillery. Oh,
He just
what an
realized
There it is. There it is.
I just realized it.
What an idiot.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Especially when he had a whole
Well,
bunch.
but he
Tommy
used
had
it
a whole
now.
bunch of tanks like sitting next to each other. up
Yeah, they
there.
were all clustered. He could have taken
Oh my
quite an effective shot.
God.
Can I use flak against it?
No.
It's hilarious just being able to predict his errors here.
Who you shooting? That guy?
Well, let's see if things stay. If everything
see, that's
survives,
Would
would it be a? Would Coach hold on to that
There's a building.
first zone outside of his home zone?
See, well, no one's got even a bead on the Fenris, so that one's going to survive.
Yeah. So I give him 2
So
points.
he's going to have home zone of 2 points. I don't see anybody in zone A for Coach, so he's not going to win with 4 objectives. But he's got a, what is that, the gargoyle versus a single tank? Or are there 2 tanks? I can't. I think the bottom of the map's a little bit cut off there on the
Yeah, just
picture.
that tank on the bottom.
Plus
But
4
Tommy
is
does
9.
have the tank in Coach's home zone as well, so it might be.
Oh, he does.
Is 5.
But it looks
3 to
contested with
3
the
draw.
Warhammer, though.
Yeah, well, if the Warhammer survives. But Warhammer's got armor, right?
Yeah, I don't think he's got enough heat. Looks like he's. I mean, unless the Turkina's got a beat on him.
That's true.
One.
I don't think he's got enough firepower to take out the
Four?
Warhammer in one turn, unless the Turkina's got a beat on him.
Could pull this out.
Yeah,
Four,
he
you're
very much could. I think Tommy moving into Zone A with the Turkina
One
probably
armor
was a
left.
mistake.
Yeah.
Give it to that guy over there.
The old Epona.
Oh, no, shooting in the back arc of the Warhammer.
Mikey died for being in the rear.
Mikey died for the rear.
4. -4.
It's an automatic hit.
I'm back. 3 damage plus 2 heat.
You can't put more heat on him.
Oh, he gets 2 heat because it will dissipate heat, but then he gets 2 heat.
How did he automatically hit?
So it goes to 6.
Well, he'll dissipate.
He might. I
I'm
mean,
shut down. So
it's
if I start,
immobile,
I-
so it's
I'm
-4
new,
on the
pretty-
TN.
Oh, because the Warhammer shut down.
Yeah, he
still,
shut him
still,
down with heat.
still not in the internal yet.
Because the Warhammer
That's cool.
overheated
Okay.
2, and then he put 2 heat on him.
All right, Mikey.
You did 3 damage, right?
Does that
Three
happen
total damage.
immediately? Doesn't that happen at the end of the round?
Well, that was last round. So during this
Oh,
round,
was
he
it?
shut
I guess I missed that one. Okay.
MP.
All right, that's why he hit automatically.
I done fucked up because now you got.
Yeah, but now it's contested, so if everything survives, Coach is going to win this.
I saw you getting ready to move your Turkina. I'm like, oh, he might move his Turkina.
Oh, he's got no other shots on him.
Because if I didn't.
He should have rolled the
just-
dice anyways, because if you, even though you
Outright.
hit automatically, when you roll the dice, you also might get a
Good
critical.
chance.
I only got a thumper, though.
Yeah,
Only does
so
one
I think it was a
damage.
mistake for him not to roll the dice. Just
Yeah,
take the
'cause
automatic
that-
hits.
That tank doesn't have line of sight
Oh yeah,
on the
you can't see me.
Fenris.
I can see him.
On the gargoyle, I mean.
Yeah, no, I think that was the only shot.
This guy?
Yeah, he should have
wow.
rolled those dice, just
Yeah.
taking the chance for a critical.
Wow, what a turn of events. Who would have thunk?
Yo,
So I got work to do on him then.
Yeah, you got 6.
Okay. Well, I got 3 damage and 2 heat and a thumper that's gonna go at him.
You still. Well, you got skill 2, so.
I got skill 2.
You got him.
You're done firing?
Yeah, I'm done firing.
All right.
I done last. Good job.
I don't think
My
Coach has any
turn.
shots.
We're gonna go
yeah, he shut down.
here to here.
Oh yeah, he's got a shot. He's got that gargoyle to the Epona.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Heat
Right.
and a damage. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7s. 7's dead.
Take the Epona.
Fuck me. Jesus Christ.
But if it's the heat,
Is that
if it's
2
the
damage?
heat, then he gets 2 damage. That's it.
Oh, you're right. You're right. You're right.
Yeah, that's 2 damage, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yep, 1 damage, 1 heat.
You want to do your artillery?
What the fuck?
I think Coach forgot.
I think he forgot his heat.
Oh, I have it.
Yep.
I hope you hit your.
Coach, that was heat. That was a heat shot.
Artillery here. I need a.
All
7 to
right,
hit.
whatever.
Hey, that hit for 1 damage.
Well, that's what you need.
All he needed.
We'll roll for 2 motives.
Motive 1, 7.
Nothing.
Motive 2, 4.
Nothing.
Didn't he roll a hit?
I thought he rolled a hit. with the,
I don't think
the
I have
initial
shots
shot.
at anything else.
I thought he did.
Huh.
Well, he said 7s to hit,
So,
and he rolled a 7. I saw a 7.
Confusion
Oh,
at
well.
the firing range.
I got 3. You got
That's all right.
3.
It doesn't make a difference. He's still gonna win it.
you have 2, 3. I have 2, 3. So we're tied at 3.
Bill
to
Abramowitz
3.
does shut down mech wake up at the end of turn to contest. Yeah, so if a mech shuts down, it spends an entire turn shut down, and then during the heat
3.
allocation and removal step at the end of a round, you lose
Round
all
MLB.
heat, and you start up again, assuming you're still alive.
So that's a great question.
And
Does
my Warhammer
he
is half.
then contribute to
sucks.
the scoring? Because when does the
58
scoring
plus,
occur? After the heat phase, or
1.
Say that end of the round is also after end of heat allocation and removal.
half structure going.
Yep.
So if he had shut down this turn,
So,
then it wouldn't count because he would have to
250
spend the whole
minus
next turn
136.
shut down. But since he was shut down last turn,
250
the end of this turn he should be
minus
waking up,
31.
and then if you are shut down at the end of the round, you do
How do you
not
wanna do this?
allocate
Is it
your
You have an MOV
your
of 124.
sized class to area control.
Okay. Is it
Then hold on, 250 minus what's left. What's your Turkina worth?
70?
I think they're calling it that
70.
he's staying
What's
shut
your Oro?
down for scoring,
31.
so they
31.
tie
What's your
3-3, and they're going to
that's
do
not,
the tiebreaker.
fully damaged. Oh, there
29. This one has only
Yeah, hard to
has
say.
2 structure left, right?
2 structure.
So the full value.
Yep.
So 29, and then the other one is
41.
41. So I have an MOV of 79. Congratulations, you won on MOV.
No way. I'm gonna have them break that down for us.
Yeah, so they're calling it
Oh
a
my
tie,
god,
with the tiebreaker
dude,
being
that guy needed
TV destroyed.
7s to roll like all day, and he just
Hey, can you roll that again?
what I would have.
Two,
Just
three,
roll it again.
two,
You gotta
three.
tell coach.
The 7s to hit.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Look at that shit. Look at that shit.
I see that. Hold on.
Here, let's show this. Let's show this to the. That's just me. Like, maybe I'll roll it again, and instead I rolled worse.
You have 3 sets right there.
3 sets.
Coach needs to hop on so we can get some deets here.
I have a combined 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I have a combined 13. You beat that with 3 dice.
Go, Mikey!
Yes, Greg, skill 4
Dude,
all the way.
are these
That's
that-
me.
There we go. That's better. There we go. Oh my gosh. I am
Thank you, Mikey.
so mad. All right, let's bring in the commentators.
We need him to
back
hop
in.
on.
Hi guys.
Hey, you there?
Hey,
Yeah,
we
we
got
can hear you
plenty
now.
to talk about.
You need to explain to us the final game state here because we thought you won.
It's tied 3-3.
And I'm on speaker, so I'm echoing.
It's tied 3-3 because he has. It's a shutdown mech. So a shutdown.
So
mech
hold
is
on,
not-
wasn't it shut? Let me ask a question real quick.
Sure.
Wasn't that mech shut down last turn?
It was the end of this turn.
It was shut down for this turn. So it got
Okay.
shut down last turn. So it has to sit here for a turn.
But at the end of your turn, the heat allocation happens before the end of the round. Yes? No? Heat allocation and removal.
That's
So if he was
true.
shut down end of last turn,
That is true. So
he
I
would
would've
then
won
lose all heat and be up and running again.
because
at the end of this
the
round.
heat allocation happens before the end turn. The end phase is over.
Yeah. It's like the last thing that happens in a round.
That's okay. That's
Hold on.
That's where we were confused.
so. What happens is that so in the end phase, right, the cooling down phase, because I was
Yep.
shut down, I would have removed my heat and would not have been shut down anymore.
Correct.
Boy,
So you would be.
So then we should
You would
maybe
count for the
change that
scoring.
up.
that is
Then we might need to rethink before win the score because
that's tricky, man.
Never seen that happen.
That is
Right?
that is.
That's why
that
they
is
play, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
You try to encounter these difficult scenarios,
good
and it's,
catch.
you can never
Well,
encounter them all.
and I'm fine with that.
That's a good catch. I would never have, because he didn't die, and to complete the turn,
Yep.
because neither one of us scored 4 points, so the game doesn't end. Yeah, you're right. So he wouldn't have scored those, and I would have scored 2. Or you just wouldn't have scored this 2 points. I don't score any extra additional points, so it was 3-1.
Yeah, so it'd be 3-1. 3-1.
Looks more
Wow,
correct
what
to
an
me.
edge case.
That's why you play them, right?
That's why you play him. Oh wow!
But if he had been shut down If he had taken that heat this turn and then shut down at the end phase, then you would have been in the scenario you guys thought you were in.
But I added 2 heat.
Right. You added 2 heat, but that doesn't matter because of being shut down, I would have absolved 4.
Yep. You would have removed all heat.
So
I don't think it matters.
So maybe we need to...
But here's his question. Because he shot at me with more heat, would I still have 2 heat in the next turn?
You could still get 2 heat, but you're still going to count, right?
I'll still count. I'm not shut down anymore, but you're right. I would have...
Nope. Coach. The order of operations is you add heat, and then you remove heat. So he would have added 2 heat to somebody that's already shut down because you don't have a scale that goes past 4. You add the 2 heat, which doesn't really do anything, and then because he's been shut down this round and didn't fire, then you remove all heat.
No. So step 1 is you add any overheat. Step 2,
Correct.
subtract 1 heat level if the unit is def 1. Step 3, remove all heat levels if the unit did not make a weapon attack this turn. Step 4, remove all heat levels and restart the unit if the unit began this end phase shutdown. Step 5, add any external heat sources.
Okay. There you go.
So
So yeah, you would have had 2 heat.
If we were going to continue with another round, I would have 2 heat on.
You would have 2 heat, but he's not shut down.
But I'm not shut down, therefore I cancel his scoring and overrun. So I would have won 3-1. You messed up with your Turkina.
There you go.
I messed up with my...
You messed up with your Turkina. You started moving your Turkina. I was like, oh shit, he's going to move him.
I still messed up with my Turkina.
We all saw it.
On a second note, do we still want to leave it this way in the ruling of overrun, or do we want to change it so that a unit that is shut down like this doesn't count? That we score the points before a shutdown?
No, because then you're messing with actual rules in the rule book of definitions of the end of the turn.
That's all I'm asking.
That's a super edge case. I don't know.
Yeah, the fans watching are happy with this ending. I think it was pretty neat.
I don't know how that would have.
Very unique.
Yeah, that's crazy. It was a good game though. Considering
It was a good game.
I couldn't roll to save my soul.
Well, a lot of
those are some
people
really cool, pretty techie tricks that you had with the attack phase there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, we're learning. I love how the fact
you're gonna have to
that
teach me
it came
those
down
tricks.
to, I was sitting in the shower today and I was like, hey, wait, I got poker chips. I bet
We don't want to hear about you in your shower.
Coach, a lot of people were
Let's set
wondering
a different
about your...
scene. You were sitting there on your back porch pondering.
I was contemplating while driving. Poker chips.
There we go. That's a safer scene for us.
Coach, people were wondering about your low number of units for this particular scenario. Thoughts on that?
So, I decided to go super low skill. The hope is to, go all in on the blue magic deck, basically, the control deck. Because if I'm going to throw heat, I might as well hit with heat. It is probably not the best list for Overrun, I agree. I probably should have gotten rid of something to throw in some battle armor or something like that, where they can just sit behind here and at least contest, or give me a round to, recoup. But I got 2 assaults and 3 medium clan mechs. They all move pretty fast, so I can reorient myself if I'm in trouble, which happened right here. When he was coming down this way, and I was kind of like spread out, I was like, oh crap. Well, I was able to like morph over here and at least take his Enyos down, which he did a good job with his Enyos, forcing me to just move everything this way. I mean, I should have lost this game. The only reason I didn't is because Tommy moved his Turkina. The Oro I never got a shot at. Your Aponas, I mean, if I had some units to just kind of hunker down or camp back here, instead of having my Warhammer 2C basically play goalie, he could have gotten out here and actually put heat on the Turkina, which is what I wanted to do in the first place, but Tommy did a great job with distracting me with your Enyos, and I was like, I gotta go kill them. I gotta go kill those Enyos and just divert everything over there. My Grendel getting hit with that heat, and the MP, and then the Fenris getting that heat on it. Those are my flankers, so that kind of sucked, but yeah, I probably wouldn't take a 5-unit list again on Overrun. I'd try to get it more to 7, maybe, or 8.
Yeah, I was saying I would never go less than 8 on this scenario myself.
Yeah, that's something I probably should have looked at. But I kind of already had the list made up.
Did you know that Tommy was playing Hell's Horses?
I knew he was going to play his Hell's Horses. I didn't know he was going to bring the same list. I figured since they were painted, but he's got a different combination that he could bring. So no, we didn't find out our lists until today. Sure,
but there was a healthy chance that he'd be bringing vehicles.
Tommy, how did you feel about your list on this particular scenario?
This is my Adepticon list, by the way. So I'm testing it out and letting everybody.
Spoilers.
Yeah, spoiler alert. I'm trying to get as much out of it as I can, testing it. I warned Coach that I'm bringing the same list that I played with Matt last week, and he saw everything that I've played except for, I think I had a Dragonfly last week instead of one of the instead of the non-heat Epona. So originally we were going to play Domination. We decided last week until the Patreon people decided to go with Overrun. So I had to change it up a little bit. I didn't want the Dragonfly just because I wanted a little bit more speed, that extra 2 inches with the Enyo, or with the Epona. So, and it's always good to have.
I like your list. I like your list for this scenario better than Coach's. I think it was overall a better design of a list, personally. But of course, the dice don't always agree with me.
We're in our chocolate company.
I think both Matt and Aaron both agreed that they don't like my Enyos.
I don't like your Enyos.
Enyos are slick. They're good. They're a good unit.
The standard version of the Enyo, the one that moves 12 inches, that is like 6.52, that are a little bit more expensive than the ones that I run. Goes faster and does a lot more damage, but it's not more utilitarian than the ones I do. The ones I have flak and heat. I think it just pisses people off more with this one, just because of that heat. Like Coach said, he was supposed to be doing the heat damage and not me, so.
Yeah.
Yep. I've been hanging out with some red-headed guy in the chat or on Messenger and stuff, so me and him been talking about lists and whatnot, so.
Nice. Is there
Who is this red-headed guy?
He has a butte about him. He also likes house.
What do you think? Right. Yep. What do you think you'd change about your list?
Everybody knows I'm a Jade Falcon fan. So I miss Jump Strong a lot. I miss Jump Strong.
Yeah, that's good for this scenario for sure.
And
The chat loves the green shirts, by the way.
hey, I just got mine today. I showed up and Coach threw me a whole bunch of dice and this green shirt, and I was like, oh, I'll just change right here.
What do you think about them Valhalla Club dice, especially those Mikey Mikes, huh?
You know, it was behind the scenes trade, me and Mike, that started that trade. So I like it. I like the Valhalla dice. I can never get
Fuck the Valhalla dice.
I can never get Wolfnet dice to work. So I just traded all my Wolfnet dice away.
Go ahead and sit.
So
I always roll my Wolfnet dice too, but they roll like crap.
they roll like crap.
They always
I
have.
agree. I'm not going to use them. I might as well just trade them away. So, Coach did pretty good. I stayed away from his big stuff as much as possible. Let's try to stay at medium and long range.
And he was staying away from your big stuff. He was hiding from your Turkina the whole game.
I know, and I was surprised that he in the first round didn't even notice that his Fenris was right in front of my Turkina. I was just really surprised about that. And then I was surprised that I screwed up by moving my Turkina outside the line on the last turn. So,
Welcome to the shop, everybody.
Yeah.
This is our furnace that makes
Glorious.
noise. Yeah, I was scared of his Turkina. Fuck that thing. That thing's huge and scary.
I don't know what you're talking about. You have skill 2s. I only have a skill 3.
Yeah, but my skill 2s only throw out 4 damage and 3 damage.
And 2 heat.
Well, yeah.
Coach, we were wondering if you put that water in the middle there to initially just jump in that and take advantage of the heat reduction and partial cover.
So that was the plan. Because there was that middle little spot right here, and I'll try to highlight it a little better here, get us out of the way. So that middle spot there was a throat there that I was like, okay, that's either going to be, killing field, or, and then he started setting everything up in the upper left-hand corner, and I was like, okay, well, then I can just park my Warhammer 2C in there and just overheat 1 all the time, and I can finally get the damage output that I would like to get. But, I mean, if you guys look at my list again, it's not a lot of high damage. It is precision and heat is what I was going for.
We were kind of counting on the heat to make up for that lack of damage.
I was counting on rolling better than 6s, which I needed 7s most of the game, and I couldn't even do that. So if you guys are wondering why we were rolling at the very end of the game there, Tommy just said, well, just roll again and see what you get. And then I ended up rolling worse.
Again. It's terrible.
So, yeah, I'm going to have to find some new orange dice because the Wolfnet and Charlie Company dice for heat are not going to do it. I'm not sure how I feel about heat.
I like mine. It's the onesies.
Yeah.
My heat on the turrets I like a lot.
E, baby.
I know Greg.
I'm sick of hearing me talk about it.
I know Greg went like all in on the heat at LVO, but he had multiple units. Again, I was trying to go for the low skill and the precision with heat, and
Yeah.
I think I would have really liked a different Warhammer 2C that just chucks 7 dice or 8 dice. You know, have a hammer that'll really do some work. I mean, the nice thing is now that we're up to 250, you know, 60-point mechs don't really scare you a whole lot to put in your list. Where before it was like, you got to really want that 63-point mech in 200, and 250 it allows you to kind of breathe a little bit now.
Yeah.
I'm surprised you didn't put a Phoenix Hawk 2C6 in there.
Does it do heat?
Yeah?
Oh,
Well, baby.
I don't have a Phoenix Hawk 2C.
Oh.
Otherwise,
Greg was just saying that he definitely saw a reduction in damage in his list, where his mid-range damage was between 12 and 14, where usually he shoots for 28 or so.
Yeah.
So
It's gross.
it's a trade-off for sure.
Yeah, if you're bringing heat, you're trading heat for damage, no matter what you're looking at. So, yeah.
And there's something to be said about the psychological battle when you have that big monster that chucks 7 dice. You know, heat is not very intimidating, even though it can be used effectively. It's not intimidating.
Yeah.
You don't scare your opponent because you bring it. But that Turkina or that 7 dice chuck in Warhammer 2C, those ones are intimidating, and it makes your opponent make choices.
And
choices that you want them to make, like hide from me.
And I'm so mad I missed on that overheat with that Warhammer 2C. I thought that was in the bag. I was like, what was that? I had to hit 7s. I had to roll 7s, and I rolled 50% with 6 dice. I only hit on 3, 1 heat and 2 damage. I was hoping to just erase that thing. I knew I was in trouble of getting shut down, but I was like, the opportunity's here, take it. If I can erase an opponent off the board, then I'll actually have a much better chance of, at least trying to push up the board. But, and then you saw the clock and all that other stuff. But the dice just weren't with me tonight. But yeah, you would have definitely
With you enough.
You would have definitely had this in the bag if you just sat your turkey. I mean, I get what you were trying to do. I mean, my Warhammer 2C was almost gone. If you could have killed him.
If I would have just thought about it. I mean, if we would have talked out a little bit more, like, oh yeah, it comes back alive at the end of the turn. I wouldn't have brought my opponent all the way down there and took in the turn.
I was watching that. I was just like staring at your template and the flag counter we have there. I was like, just make it past it. Just make it past it. Because I can sprint the Fenris.
I just wasn't thinking, so. Oh well.
But yeah, hopefully we've upgraded our production value today. How
many people were watching?
We had between 15 and, well, now it's down to 7, but yeah, I think we were at 15, 16 through most.
Wow,
most of the match.
85 views so far. Hey,
I've
way
seen.
to go. Thanks, everybody.
Yeah, not too shabby.
If you haven't subscribed to the channel, could you just do it now so I can see the thing work?
That'd be sweet.
Hit the like button, people. Hit the like button.
Hit the subscribe, because I got a cool little thing that happens when someone subscribes.
Well, it's like and subscribe, right?
Well, yeah, like and subscribe, sure. I don't know. I'm new to this, but of the 6 people, I wonder if you can unsubscribe and subscribe again. I wonder if it'll work. Do that. Somebody do that.
Unsubscribe?
Yeah, unsubscribe and subscribe again. I worked really hard on it. Not really.
Is there some kind of an animatronic or something?
Yeah, I mean,
or animation?
Technically, I can emulate it. It would just be kind of neat to see.
Oh, we got to get somebody to subscribe it and see it live.
Here,
I just tried the unsubscribe and subscribe. We'll see.
All right, we'll give it 2 minutes. We'll discuss my awesome paint job that I did in 20 minutes.
You're awesome. You don't even have an awesome out there.
I don't even.
There we go.
Sorry. I just went with Beta Regiment, Wolf's Dragoons. I wonder if I can get close up.
Okay, I'm unsubscribing, and then I will subscribe.
Yay!
See if it does it. So far, I am underwhelmed.
Oh. Why isn't it doing the thing? It's supposed to do this.
The camera's shaking. Oh no! What's happening?
See, it's supposed to do that.
Earthquake?
See that?
Earthquake? No.
Watch the screen. There's a little wolf howl. It says your name.
Oh, well, because I'm on... I can't hear it because I'm on Discord, so...
Oh, well,
I'll have to watch this.
There's a cool
watch the stream
little wolf
again.
howl
to
and
hear it.
everything.
All right. Well, I'm on Discord, so I can't hear it.
So Phil in the chat said he really liked the idea of putting the lists on Patreon and being able to vote for the scenario. So,
Well,
pretty
that's
cool.
going to be... Oh, we had one. I saw it. Oh, no. That's a delay. Damn it. Yeah, that's going to be a new feature for the Patreon. Each week we'll
Bill
put
says
up...
they heard the howl.
What's that?
Phil says they heard the howl.
Ah, technology, baby. Let's see if I can, let's go here, and we'll light up the side camera. Okay.
I don't.
What are you trying to do?
So I'm not 100% on what I should change up on my list. I've been making this list for like 6 months now, so.
So
I mean, other than that,
there's our
than
paint
that
jobs.
you fought at the end, you had it, Tommy. So
Yeah.
I don't know if you need to change much here.
Coach is way better at painting than I am.
Dude, that was airbrush,
both look great.
and then silver.
I don't airbrush.
I will say that my dry brush I got from Ghost
Streaming.
Ghost paintbrushes is amazing.
They look
Uh-oh.
great.
Uh-oh. Oh, switch device. There we go. Sorry. What did I switch device to? You guys hear me? Oh, there.
Can you hear us?
There we go. Now we can hear you. So I figured out I can't go...
I'll say it again.
I can't-
Edward asks,
Yeah, I can't...
what is the Patreon gem of the month, Tom?
What's the Patreon gem of the month? Not...
I don't think they can hear me.
Summoner.
We can hear you.
Thor, HH.
Okay.
Oh, it's happening. Oh, shut up. Fuck off, dude. Come on.
You asked me to do it, and I did it.
Mad at me.
There we go. There I am.
I was trying to change the camera, and all of a sudden I'm like, I missed it, and then it's you.
Where's mine? I want my name on there.
Apparently he doesn't like you.
I think a gem is Thor HH gem. The Thor HH is a gem.
I'm gonna go with my
Or
gem
HH.
are these ugly ass, horrible rolling dice. Those are my gem of the week. Those dice suck.
Don't listen to him.
Along with his Valhalla dice, those suck too.
Mike, your dice are awesome.
All I hear is
Not
you just
fair.
need more Valhalla Club dice.
Frickin'. You rolled double natties on your first roll.
Second roll. It was the second roll because it
I
was,
knew it was
long,
going to go down.
long range.
Let's put this guy in there too. There we go. Since the clock was hiding it the whole time. Man, we're just really pumping Charlie Company tonight, aren't we?
I was about to say you need a Charlie Company commercial to throw in there.
We already got them promoted.
I know a guy from Charlie Company that does funny commercials, and I think he's still in the chat. So maybe he should, I don't know, come up with something and send it my way.
I like it.
Because clearly, my video skills are top notch right now. So
Stunning.
I still don't understand why I can't get the YouTube chat on my OBS. It's bothering me, but whatever.
On an upward trend, Coach. We're all about trends.
There we go.
Right?
Sky's the limit, boys. Look out. Wolfnet's getting their shit together.
What do we have in store for next week?
I think so.
Whatever Patreon tells us.
Well, I would assume, yeah. Sign up for Patreon because, well, we did bunker. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to recreate a live video of each of the scenarios, so I can put those as a like a learning
Playlist?
Tutorial of how the scenario plays out. So we're down bunkers and overrun, so we have 6 left, 6 more to go. And if Matt is here next week, I assume I'll play Matt,
Probably.
since we're kind of doing our little rotation here. Yeah, so
Nice.
if you're on Patreon, you can go ahead and vote. You'll get the lists a day early of anybody else. And it was kind of funny in the Wolfnet Discord or somewhere I saw you guys were talking about the Patreon members were talking about the lists on the Wolfnet Discord. And Chandler's like, "Where'd you guys get the list?" I think Phil's like, "Well, it's on the Patreon." And Chandler was just like sad face. And then I was like, "Chandler, you're on the Discord." And then I was like, "Oh, no, wait." Or somebody joined the Patreon and their name is Chandler was wrong, and then Hot Dog Cider is canon. So that's a thing. But yeah, next week I may or may not bring the Apocalypse Now list out.
The Viking 2C.
The Viking 2C, the beefy boy, the 104-point Viking 2C.
So that's skill 2.
He was mad I didn't bring it this week
Yeah.
because all his shit has flak on it. So I'll have to play Matt because I don't think he has any flak. He's got a Kodiak 2C that's got 9 damage at medium range, but
The Thor HH has 2 heat, 2 flat.
2 heat, 2 flak.
Yeah, HT. It has HT.
Damn.
Something like HT 111 and.
So it's the Swiss Army knife.
Yeah,
It does everything.
Yeah, kind of
How
like.
much damage does it throw at medium range?
Let's pull it up.
Interesting. That's a pretty good gem.
That's why I said.
Maybe you should join the Patreon.
I put it in the chat.
Unheat, unflat.
I don't know for all those who weren't at LVO, but you didn't get one of these cool little badges, the 2024 Tour of Duty. So hopefully you guys are showing up to Adepticon and Gen Con. Damn!
Oh, don't rub Adepticon in my
Oh,
face.
it's only flak 111, heat 111. It's only 42 points, 442. Dang.
I think they're done listening to us.
Hell's Horses.
Do you also recognize it?
Sounds like a decent.
Oh, it's basic. Well, what do you mean?
We're only 42
It's
points.
basically my Enya.
Oh, only as a Mac.
Yeah, a nice
And you have
all-rounder.
And
Yeah.
huh, look at there.
And DCM.
A lot of versatility to that guy.
That
As
is-
far as Thors go, that's a lot of armor. You know, they're usually what, 4 armor, 4 structure, but this guy's got 6 armor.
That's a nice little gem there. All right.
Oh no, I'm lying.
I think most of the
I'm
Thors are
lying.
6'4".
I'm
It's
6
the
armor
Loki.
standard.
Well, write something up and I'll put it on the
Yeah,
Patreon.
no, you're right. Loki, that's what I'm thinking of. That's I've always confused Thors and Lokis, like since the dawn of time.
I mean, they're the same from the
So-
bottom down. So
I'm gonna have to get like a tablecloth or something for my
Right.
other map because it blends into this my saw table. Like you can't even tell where the map starts and ends. So I gotta get a drop cloth for that one. But I got some pretty cool terrain for that one. Should I bring my
Nice.
damaged buildings out for that one?
Ooh.
They
Yeah,
look
why
they
did
look
you-
pretty sexy.
That would have been awesome for this today.
Well, I had to show off the Hextech stuff, so and I'm also getting a snow map next week. Too,
I like shooting through buildings and shooting at people through buildings. I like shooting you between buildings.
shooting at me through buildings. I got you. I see. That makes sense.
that was a twist to have something that was level 2 or above that you couldn't see through. So that's definitely different than most Wolfnet terrain, right?
Well, if you guys are on the Wolfnet Discord channel, I've been posting pictures of my 3D buildings that I took a hammer to on the terrain channel,
Oh yeah.
and I finally got them all painted up, so they look really, really good. And
Real nice.
I went a little extreme on one where I punched a hole right through the 3D print building, and then I just ramped it up, and I just says, well, let's just gut out an entire side of the building and have it exit out the other side where you can actually move your mech through the building. So that should be fun. Maybe we'll bring that up next week. But any other questions? We're here. I got half a drink and half a cigar, so you have us live.
Greg said that his Hellfire 3 was his LVO gym.
Oh, okay. I got you. Oh, now we actually have a chat. All right. Who do we got on here? We got Greg, Metal Ed, Phil. So, what did the chat think of your commentators tonight? Was it Joe Buck and Troy Aikman, or are we thinking more of Phil Nance and Tony Romo?
Low
Because
blow, man. Low
I'm
blow.
trying to match up people that do really well to have commentators, and then we can have maybe a best an MVP commentator award at the end of the year. What happened to Bovey? I thought he was supposed to be
cool.
on.
Well, Bobby's the one who bait and switched me tonight. He's the one who was like, "Hey, Goolsby, you want to commentate with me on
Yeah, he did.
TNT
He did.
this week?"
He's
I was like, "Sure, as long as I'm not hosting."
Sucker.
Yeah, I should have seen right through that one.
Well, I know Mario was asking to be on, and I says, well, I got Bovey, Goolsby, and Northman on, so he's like, all right, maybe I won't. Bovey's gonna Irish goodbye
Yeah,
you.
Bovey. Yeah, bait and switched. Talk about leaving me hanging, bro. That's all right. I've had a good time with Matt, Mr. Northman.
I'm good.
How did the, for me, how did the Discord OBS transfer thing, the cards, being able to follow along what's going on, how did that go for you guys?
It looks a lot smoother than what I had tried to hatch together when I was hosting last year. So I want to learn that trick from you. If you can show me how you program that in.
I can't.
But
I
it
mean,
did
I'm
everything that I wanted it to do.
I'm only working with
Watching the damage was really cool.
3 games. Oh, I didn't do it at the beginning. Shoot, sorry, I got to do it later. Big shout out to Jeff's Battletech Tools. Now, I want to preface this in saying if you go to a premier tournament, it's illegal to print your list from Jeff's Battletech tools. But if you're streaming, it's really, really handy. Because when you can, I've been looking forever, and I've talked to Sean many times, like, because how many paint documents did you have open where it's like you have all the cards?
Man, that was a full-time endeavor trying to keep all those little paint documents updated and loaded and
So bad.
smoothly rolling. And
So much
holy
trouble.
smokes, was I furiously clicking through screens to get all that stuff and keep it going in real time. It was fun, but what you got going is a lot better than that.
Yeah, this is basically, you go to Jeff's Battletech tools and you build the list, and I was kind of worried if he was going to have all the mechs and stuff, and I mean, between Matt and Tommy, you can usually find the extreme in units, and he had everything, and then you just go to play mode and the cards pop up, and you can, I mean, the biggest thing is clicking the damage. That's the biggest.
That's awesome.
You know, showing the heat, all that other stuff.
Did it
And
show
then-
your one unit shut down?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it just showed an S on it, but.
When it does really well, when you click the crits, it actually transfers over and like changes your movement, inches, and
changes
everything,
the
which is really
movement,
cool.
changes the
Oh, I wasn't able to
armor.
see that.
Yeah.
That's slick.
But yeah, that's a game changer right there for us, because I can sit here and
Yeah, I liked it. I liked it a lot.
most of the time I wasn't even
think-
marking. I wasn't even marking my sheet. I was just marking the website. And Tommy's like, "How much armor's left on that?" And I'm like, "Oh, there's only one armor left." And he's like, "Your Ryokan's untouched on your sheet." Like, "Oh yeah," scribble, scribble, scribble. But it's the best tool, I think, that for streaming Battletech we have, because I've always been looking for kind of the equivalent of what X-Wing had, where all you did was click up, down, shield, and hull. Well, this is perfect. This is exactly what we need, and to streamline.
Tell me that website again.
It's Jeff's Battletech Tools.
Yes.
JEFF.
Okay.
And it has a whole like the roster creator is really cool, where you can save your rosters and play around with them. And
The
it's
other
really-
nice thing
really
is
neat thing.
when you go to add units, like he has all of the lance packs already. I mean, you just click the plus button and it will add in all of the mechs from that lance pack. So if you've got a finite collection, definitely utilize that as a list builder. Just make sure you double check that it's the correct on the MUL, because we do have to have one source that we have to double check at Premier Tournaments. But other than that,
And the MUL is updated on a regular basis. Those cards change.
yeah, then that's the big thing. So I usually double check my MUL list with my Jeff's Battletech Tools list, just to make sure. I believe there's a classic side too. So if you have like you're playing classic and you have a tablet like that would be really handy for classic, I would think, because you're keeping track of 100 more things than you are with what we got going on here. So
it sounds like the chat really appreciated the cards, having those up and being able to see kind of real-time damage and stuff, because sometimes it is hard to hear the table talk. You know,
Yes.
so the cards
Yes.
make it really good.
hey, I listened to the chat. We had to take a little break, and I had to do some soul searching and Google searching on how to get this thing. And like I said, I don't remember where I heard it from, but somebody said try Jeff's Battletech Tools, and I was like, well, I'll go give it a shot. And then I clicked the damage, and it was just like, oh! It's like, I can window capture this on OBS, and this is going to be great.
Yeah.
There you go. There you go. Either way, it's nicer having the person running the show being on site rather than here 300 miles away.
Yep.
It wasn't very practical,
We-
but I was happy to do it.
We tried, and I think we succeeded in how hard that actually
For what
was.
we were doing, I thought we put on a great show all last year. I thought it was great.
I
That is very biased opinion.
I'm
For
very
me.
proud of those old videos.
Absolutely. Good times.
But yeah, no, and I mean, I only have a 3-camera setup here. I got a dice, I got a close-up, and I
Oh,
got
small beans, man.
I know.
Small beans. You got to do my 6-camera setup, baby. Come on.
The laptop only has 3 USB plug-ins.
So does mine.
Wait, but if I plug in like 2 cameras into my USB controller, the same one that you got, like OBS is just like, nope, not having any of it. You get 3. I'm like, damn it.
You got to speak sweet words to it, man, to make it work. You got to speak sweetly.
OBS whisper.
Yep.
Well, we make do with what we got, so.
Yep. Grassroots movement here, baby.
There we go. I mean, we're in a construction garage, streaming Battletech. Can't get any better than that. We're in this
I think the
god-awful ugly
ambiance
t-shirts.
fits. Yeah, totally. The ambiance fits for BattleTech. I love it.
I have to say, I really don't like the Urban Mech.
Well, I think we're losing our audience. I
it's
think
a
we're down to
cider
3, and one of them's me.
It's not even an urban mech. It's a cider mech.
I'm fine with the Cider Mech, but I don't like Urban Mech.
You're just mad because it's got Dragoons and Wolfnet on it.
Oh, no, we got 5 watching now.
Well,
I guess.
I think we can call it a night.
Yeah.
Great game, guys.
All right, everybody. Thank you very much.
Sorry I let everybody down by losing.
It was a good edge case, dude. It was like
It was.
Forget your order of
No,
operations
not-
for heap
not by the
allocation and
shutdown unit,
removal.
by leaving the.
oh yeah, your turn. I was so there's no way I poker faced that because I had to have smiling from ear to ear when you moved.
I was.
All right, gents. I want to have a big thank you to Matt the Northman and Sean Diablo Goolsby for commentating for us tonight. Wouldn't
You
be
bet.
the same without you. Jeez,
Definitely.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks for joining us, everyone.
And thank you for all the viewers and listeners and everybody else. Thank you. We will see you next Thursday. And I know this won't make sense, but I'm going to play the intro one more time just because I've seen it. So,
Intro's awesome.
good night, everybody.
Turkina.
Good night, everybody.
Talking about when we were at the.
All units proceed to your post assignment. All units proceed to your post assignment.